Hello everyone, my name is Brendan Devil, and welcome to Wwe 2K20, the worst game in history. Now this will let you know, I know you're hearing the music right now in this game. Please don't worry. YouTube, I'm not trying to use this in any type of way, so just don't copyright me or anything. I know I usually who sings these songs. So just want to tell you, but I know these two guys are brand new. Just want to give you a heads up. Here are pretty much every wrestler I have so far in 2K20. I'm really behind because some of the wrestlers I have in other games are not in here right now, but some are. Pretty much you got Brooklyn from Chris Danger's Ding Ops. I know he's real. I didn't know he was real until I found out. He's from an old game. That's me. New. She's new. She's actually the sister of Ryan Bass. There's some other guys in here. That's my friend. And yeah, Girl Test. She's not a wrestler. She's just something I'm using. Krim. He's pretty much a rip-off of the Undertaker badass version. Jane Young is pretty much the sister of the Barbarian Jack Young. And then we got some other guys. Kevin Mad Dog, you can actually download him if you want. He's pretty much Stone Cold and Goldberg combined. Then this guy's mask, not really the mask I was going to use, because unfortunately the game is broken. So I had to give him a new mask, but this is that guy. Think of who you want to think of, I don't care. Him and his partner are similar to the War Warriors. That's my brother. There are some others, like these guys and stuff. And yeah. Tony is actually called Big Time Tony, but we don't use Big Time in his name. It's just something like we say because he's like the Big Time, no whatever. Pretty much he's the Rock in a way. Tyler Scott is a guy who I know, but he doesn't look like nothing like this. But I gave him that nickname, so I liked him. He's from actually 2K18, when I made him. I never got a chance to make him 2K19, but he's here in 2K20. However, he's here just because I like playing this guy. You know, he's always been in every game. That's me again. The more realistic me, besides take away the muscles pretty much, and that's still me. Not right now, probably, because I have an actual facial hair all over my face, but that's it. A guy I made, 2K18, really fun dude, actually. Jack Turner's another guy, and this one is an actual wrestler I made. In the other games, but he's all covered up because he's not ready just yet. I got his pretty much what he needs to look. I got look at the videos and see what I'm not doing right yet. But yeah, another guy I was saying who's part of the War Warriors, pretty much the guy earlier who is similar to them. He is this one. I know they said Street Grim and Grim, same freaking names. I wasn't thinking about it when I made him. But who knows? Maybe you can take an M off this guy and M from here. Who? I don't know. I haven't really figured that out yet. But yeah, let's go back to the actual match. Seth Tucker versus Pat Clown. Now Pat Clown does not really look like that. That's just his outfit he wears to the ring, but he looks totally something else. He's not really that scary. He just looks scary when he comes out. That's all. He's supposed to mimic his look until you see him. Then you're like, oh, whatever. But he's like, whoa, when you see him. We're finding in the RCW arena, Wwe Championship arena. If someone who's out here watching this, we can actually use a little help. So far we got this one for RCW, and where is it? And RCW. Then we only got 2 pay-per-views so far for RCW. Man, for ACW we have is Company So, it's Slapdown So, and Mayhem So. Plus we got Bloodline as his pay-per-view, Tone Impact pay-per-view, Crash Course pay-per-view, and Nerd Back Down pay-per-view. And then we got ACW in the UK. Then we got the Red Night pay-per-view. It's Halloween pretty much. That's for also ACW. And that's it. But yeah. Oh, here goes the match. Maybe I turn the damn songs off before I did this. Na 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 na. If this gets copyrighted, I just gonna tell you. I think Seth Tucker's song is Matt Riddle's, if I'm correct. Pat Clown is some person that sounds like it has opera music. I don't really know. It starts with the letter D. It's really fucking weird name. That's pretty much what I saw. Why it's called ACW Rules is because it has a turn count out and it has a certain time limit. That's really it. There's nothing special. For anyone wondering, I'm actually trying to make me a wrestling game called ACW, the wrestling video game. I can really use some people who would knows how to program and make like character models and stuff, like someone who's really high up. And I want to use the Unreal Engine 4 and help it get this game made for the PS4 and PS5 and the Xbox and the new Xbox and PC and all. It's going to be better than WWE than any other game in the world. I have all figured out how I want it, who should be in it, and stuff. I actually have I actually know a place that actually has wrestlers who wrestles, so I can use their wing and have them wrestle for all the moves. So I got that all figured out. Though it is probably have to make an offer where I have to use the indie wrestlers in my hometown and be in the game.
Well, I think we can all agree that this will be no easy match.
But yeah, there he is.
Yeah, but you could say that about every match here on the card.
I'm gonna skip his because I can't have the song playing for too long. I'll play a little bit of his and then I'm gonna skip it.
And his opponent from Fargo, North Dakota, weighing in at 234 pounds, Seth Tucker.
Byron, are you at all surprised by the intensity level inside this arena right now? Not in the least bit.
Like I said, I can't really play these guys'... Again, I can't really play these guys' music because reasons.
Is going to be a struggle in every sense of the word. Neither man looks like they are remotely entertaining.
Oh, one's gonna do good.
This
But
is gonna be good. The WWE Universes here in Indianapolis, and they've been on their feet ever since the introductions of this match, guys. Double axe handle smash.
Yes, Pat Crown is 7'4". Reality, I would probably make him at least 7'6". Why he is a cruiserweight is because he's not really that heavy. He doesn't yell a lot, so that's where I was going. He wasn't really gonna look like this, but I was like, I don't know what he should look, so I thought, I'll see how this goes. If I ever do change him, I'll just call him Patty or whatever. Give him like a weird fucking name. Cause he's like a really tall folk. Why is he so tall? You know. I usually do commentary in these videos, but at this point, I don't think I'm going to. Because there's no me, I got no one else to help me out with these move names. Like, I don't have a freaking, like, a list of each guy's moves and what they're called. here. I know that was some kind of move and everything. That was just way too long. I'm just gonna skip that. Yeah, I'm gonna Pat the Clown and Seth Tucker just got from behind. Oh, the horror. I'm not here, guys. Man, I pressed triangle twice there, and I did not get reversal. There we go, dog. Take him down. I don't think that still makes sense, but it did. And he blocks me. Don't worry, I'll get up. And 4C, that's bullshit. I should have an infinite mode right there. Because of that. I still got one. Yeah, I'm not getting like any hits on this guy.
How impressive was that reversal?
What the heck? Stay down, you know?
Look at this awesome Sicilian barrage. The buffet of punches.
Ah, shit. Holy crap, he's faster. I never play a guy that fast in my life. I'm guessing because he's from Cruiserweight, he's really that fast. I'm gonna remember that.
Trying to do that when they step in the
ring. His finisher, or finisher, I mean. And do a back elbow drop. That's something I do know it's called. Let's just do. Yeah, do that one. Pull him down, Seth Tucker. You should be KO, my friend. Hello, someone who came in. Feel free to leave a comment in the video. And also, if you like what I have, subscribe. If you have a wrestler that you want in the RCW for Wwe 2K20 Wrestling, please do so. If you got any cool pay-per-view names for RCW, please do so as well.
To the back of the neck, Scottish sickle.
Yeah, unfortunately he's not gay. He's just acting like a fool. You gotta understand, like, if he acts like if he stops his ass or something, he's just acting like a clown, pretty much. It's supposed to be a little joke. Maybe his second outfit will have face paint, but I want something that's not in the game, because finding like face paint that hasn't been seen before is really hard. Especially, it's like also like saying like, hey, just go get an image from Commissioner. I could do that, but again, it doesn't always work. Maybe it was just like some saves or something. Or maybe just like just a picture of someone's face without the eye holes and the mouth hole. Maybe I can use that. But it doesn't really help me in a way. Because one, I think it would be better if it's maybe like it was square or something. But you know, it's not gonna work. So I can probably come up with something. But yeah. If you're wondering why is my step is flickering, I have no idea. I've been trying to figure that out since it has popped up in the game. No problem. Probably you guys will turn off. Yeah. Pat Crown, look at that clothesline. He's just cycling guys. He's got a cycling. He's gonna chill. Yeah.
Oh, guys, there's the reverses. Can he make him pay? Setting up.
Fuck, I actually don't remember his other move. What was it?
That'll mess up your shoulder. Jumping knee strike on point.
And his other one. Fuck, no. I don't do that. Okay, super, that's what it was. I wasn't reading from
Trying
there.
again. Oh, man, that hurt. That puts him in total control. Oh, man, that puts so many... And you can put this singles match in the books.
In his first time debut, guys, Pat Brown has won his first match at RCW WRESTLER.
A lot of good action in that one. Here's another look.
Yeah, man. For a tall guy, 7'4", cruiserweight, that's one hell of a first win, folks.
Here is your winner, Pat Clown.
Oh shit.
This was a much-needed win.
I forgot all about that. Oh man, I forgot about his victory, to be honest. You know what? I can fix that right now. I usually don't do that in these videos, but you know what? I don't care. It's like, first off, why is it that the entrance and victories are in a separate spot anyways? Wouldn't it just be more simple if the entrance and victories was in like one category? You know, like, okay, I'm done making my entrance, and then you just go move to victory. Or you do your entrance first, then you scroll all the way down to the victory mode, and it does that. And I know, like, I think it was 19, where if your song was already put on your entrance, it immediately was already in your victory. You didn't have to worry. But now I have to actually add it in. I don't get that. And you know what? Victory's okay thing, but like.
Here is your winner, Pat Clown.
By the way, if I was telling you, this is his song. Right there.
Here is your winner,
Hold on.
Pat.
I want to take that
Here
off.
is your winner, Pat Clown.
So what I was saying was, so I really think the victory should have more options. Like, yeah, you can mess with these and stuff, but like, would it be kind of cool if there was an option to change the light? Like maybe you can change the lighting so like, oh, should be the colors you want when he gets done and stuff. Maybe there should be a thing where he puts one of his outfits back on. I don't know. Like you could like figure something out. I could try to figure that out with my game. Like how would that work out? Like, okay, if he was wearing that mask, that hat, that jacket earlier when he was doing his entrance, how should he put it back on? As if it's just something like an option, you could just click one and he's for. Like that's you can figure it out, and you know, it's just like tag team. Like tag team, you have no control of what you're allowed to put on your character. You have no control. When you make a tag team entrance, like, okay, tag team entrance, cool, you're gonna use, but like, there's sometimes where the color doesn't make sense for your tag team, so you're always trying to find the right one, and it's stupid. Here is your winner, Pat Clown. Here is your winner, Pat Clown. Well, I do think. Here is your winner, Pat Clown. And like this, they need more like more options, because like there's not a whole lot for championships. And I think that kind of pisses me off in a way. Like, what can I even use? Like, I can use this guy. Wow, look. But look at that. The lighting changed all of a sudden. And when you click Undertaker, he'll do that, but, you know, if you turn to that dark blue color, it doesn't make sense. Like, it doesn't. I don't get that. Oh, this is Here is your winner, Pat. Here is your winner. Here is your winner, Pat. Here is your winner, Pat Clown. But like, yeah, I think they could do something like for tag team. I would just suggest like, hey, here is your winner, Pat Clown. Like for tag team, I would just I can't talk. If I talk, you guys won't always hear me. I actually hate this. Like, I could just put it. I'll talk first. Right. 85 video? Yeah, I think it was. Okay, like I was saying. So yeah, what I was saying, like, I think the tag team entrance in my way could do a whole lot more. Because first off, let's talk about this. The tag team entrance that you are given is tag and trio. That's all you are allowed to make. But you can make a quadruple, or like when there's like 4 people or 5 in there in a team. I think the maximum is 5 or 6. I don't remember. But like when you're making a tag team, like you're not giving it a full customized options in tag team. Yeah, you're using people's entrance they have shown on TV, but in reality you can't fully do what you want. For this instance, I think I'm actually just going to a tag team entrance real quick. I think, to be honest, they should do more to the point where you have more control of what you want in the tag team entrance. You know? I guess I'll use these guys because I don't care. Oh, actually, no, they're too loud. Oh, man. What's better? Oh, my God. Man, it feels better. Okay, so what I was saying was like, tag team entrance, like I was saying earlier, they have it where you're like, I don't know how to say this without showing you really. Like I'll show you when it loads up, I guess. Okay, so here's what I'm saying. So this is what you are given. So you can do this and all these, but like that's it. That's all you're allowed to show. And as you can tell, the colors are like that. I know when you're looking at it, because this is the wasteland. But like, here's the one thing I would love to do is, because their colors are pink, black, red, and green. I should be able to have it where I have the options to go to the lights, and maybe like, okay, maybe I want black in one spot, maybe red and green, or maybe we're like it's flickering like really badly, like we're gonna flicker red, black, and green, like a flash effect, and we're gonna do that. You should have options of how you want your lighting in your game for tag teams and like entrances if you're not doing a tag team. Even for trio, they should do the same thing. Like you should be able to customize it the way you want. And maybe they should add in like an actual customization and for tag team and trios and entrances for like a solo person, where you can actually like, what if, let's say you want to make your own entrance, your own way you walk out, and your own way you do your own effects. That should be something into the game. I think that would actually give it character in a way. So you're saying like, hey, this is a fun game. 2K20 was trash, but here's 2K21 or 22, whatever, because everyone's calling it 2K22. Even though if the game's not going to come out this year and it's going to come out next year, don't call it 2K22. I'm just going to say this: don't call it WWE 2K22. If that's the case, then Battlegrounds, you shall call WWE Battlegrounds 2K21. Just call it that at least. Something with a 21 at the end. Because it's like the number just got skipped. Like imagine playing Tekken 7, but there's no such thing as Tekken 8. So you're immediately going to Tekken 9. Like, what the fuck? Just change the title in all general. Like, okay, besides Tekken 9, we're going to call it Tekken's the Fairy Blood, it's something like, or like Tekken the Last Blood or whatever, you know, like something like you give it a good name title. It's like Last of Us, you know, like Last of Us Part 2, like that's a title right there. It's the second game, but yeah, there you go. And like God of War, like okay, so God of War 1, 2, and 3 is a game. Then there's God of War. God of War 1 and God of War are the two different games, but there's no actual title for God of War 4. You know, they don't even add 4 in, they don't. You know, you could say something with that title, but they don't add it. You know, it's just like I'm saying. So if you're gonna make the 2K20 1 or 2, at least give it a title, maybe. Like it's a new game and all, but like actual title. Since 2K22 is going to come out in 2K20 and no, come out in 2001, don't call it 2K22, just call it 2K21. It would make sense in a way to a lot of people, and because of that, it would never escape. So how about from now on, we make 2K's wrestling games based on the same year it should be coming out. So like, when you hit news, well, what would happen this year plus next year? You add all those pay-per-views in, and even if you don't add in like the new WrestleMania, the new Elimination Chamber match, or any pay-per-view that hasn't happened in 2K21 yet, before like the next Money in the Bank, next Extreme Rules for 2022. Then you add those in as an update into the game. What we did WrestleMania 36, was it? I don't remember. So you can say, okay, for 2001 we didn't add WrestleMania 37 in just yet, but once it does this, so we'll add it in as an update to the game, and boom, you have and yeah, hold on, let me see something. And you know, you should be able to do that. If you see it on the screen, my bad. So yeah, you should, any pay-per-view that has been put into the WWE game to get updated right now for 2K20, since they're not gonna give us another battleground, they should get an arena where there's no freaking crowd. Here's a SmackDown quarantine arena where there's no crowd. Here's the NXT Performance Center with the crowd, and there's the other version with no crowd. Then you just do that. So you add in more than one arena. So you got Raw Quarantine, and then you got SmackDown Quarantine, NXT Performance Center crowd, and Performance Center no crowd. Then you add in like their cars where the freaking have it now. You know, have a crowd in the system, you put in baby crowd or something. You give it like a different name. You know, like Raw Performance Center crowd, but now it's not a whole lot. It'll be like glass windows, but with like maybe 10 people so with masks on. You can add it in right now in 2K20. That'd be cool. And another thing is like we have all these wrestling games for 2K. Why not have like now for 20? Why not just do an update to let us have put mods in? Because there's a lot of mods probably for like 2K20. But you gotta do it a different way. It'll actually give us more creativity style in this game. I would think. You know, you put 2K20 with mods, you're getting a whole new game. Just like Black Ops 3. It's been out for so long. We got Modern Warfare right now, a prequel to the Modern Warfare 1. And so far, Black Ops 3 on console is fun, but at some point, you get bored. If you don't have a high PC to play like Black Ops 3 on the PC version, then you can't play it, you know. So if I went ahead and buy Black Ops 3 for the PC on my laptop, I can try to play it, but more likely it's going to be so buggy and laggy on me that it won't run perfectly. So I couldn't play it the way I want to play like you play on the console. But if it actually risen, would just add the mods in to the console version as a really special update for that game that's been out for years, then that would be cool. So now I can play like the Homer Simpson's zombie map in Black Ops 3 on the PS4. Amazing. I can do that. You know, that'll just be something you can add in at least. Now back to the WWE. You know, for example, like here's another thing they can add in. So one, you're seeing this right now. I actually should be changing to this. I'm not going to. So why not take something where you make your own videos, you know, like all of these. You know how they have like you have like this, or like, oh here's J and here's AW. You know, that's something that something is, you know, like 2K20 in the game didn't even have that damn logo in so you can mess with. Stupid. You know, you should have like all of these. By the way, if you want to see what Warzone looks like, that's pretty much PK. Same for like Mayhem and Mayhem intro. If you're wondering why the intro is not really, I wouldn't even say it's an intro like so far, but I'm trying my best. Unfortunately, this game crashes way too often. He's actually an RCW WRESTLER. I just added him in. That was it. But yeah, take something like this where you customize your own videos and add it into the women, like customize women videos, because this is where it is. You know, look, ads. Like what the hell? Like I could create my own. Maybe give it a cool special effect. You know, maybe you do like more than one step. Like, hey, I'll add in the light effect, like how that's like going on like a certain pattern. Then I'll add in the red background, like it's like something like a black. That's cool. Same thing for like the wall panels, like add your own style to it. Then like the ramp, customize the ramp. Then this should be a thing if you're like doing something with RCW, like up here. You know, and yeah, I have all this, but like, yeah, and I also think if you're gonna like put a game in, like she says like, she says like says El Mongo Jr. What if you don't want the words it says there? So El Mongo Jr. is right there, but you don't want that, but you want to use this, but still have that right there where it says El Mongo Jr. at. You should have an option, or maybe a second version says El Mongo Jr. name, El Mongo Jr. no name. That's so it doesn't show that. Because it's like Elias. Elias says right there, Elias name, Elias no name. Makes sense. You know? And I think every Westworld should have all the versions without their name in it, or logos. Like here, let me see if I can find one. Like, see, it says ads right there on the white side. You can still have that effect, but no ads is there. If you do want to use this, still, like let's say you want to go to women movie customizations, but you hit ads. So you already know which one you want. But create your own. You hit the ads type. You hit the ads women thing. But now you can take ads as words and you can erase them. And you can add your own. So these guys are called. I actually don't remember how they're called, to be honest. Well, they're called something. Let's say they're called the Midnight Riders. Okay. So the Midnight Riders and stuff. So like there's just ads. It will say Midnight Riders. Same style, same everything. But now it's Midnight Riders. You know, it'll just give it a cool depth. And for that, it says like an M. Maybe you can change it where it has a different letter or like a different logo. Like, you know, you can change it. Or maybe you like this, but you wish like the blue and black was a different color. Maybe you want green and black, red and black. You know, like give yourself more colors and stuff. What else could this game have? I know that I might change the title to this video. I know I call it the Wolf Riders. So that's what it's called. Okay. I think another thing should change into this game, in my actual opinion, for this game, is the. You know what? I'm just gonna go to play custom match for this one. Yeah. Let's just go to change rules for this one. I don't care. I'm not just gonna. Yeah, it's fine. Let's move both. Change that. Okay, here we go. Okay, so in this one, you see how we got all these weapons for the baseball bat, and how we got all these baseball bats right here and stuff, and like all these, like, oh wow, that's cool, right? Yeah, it's amazing. It's like you got the candlesticks, you got the sledgehammers, you got the freaking chairs, and we know this one we can just pass up. I'm not gonna have to talk about this one as much. Then you got, for the fuck you, how you say that name? You got the Book of the Dead. You got the Greatest Hits. Sew Me a Sign, and you got Tombstone, ladders and tables, and a game box. You know, and I'm actually gonna talk about this one first because I'm gonna get this out of the way. So in this category, I'm gonna point out 4 things are different from this. Book of the Dead, Tombstone, tables, and the ladder are the only 4 objects that they act different in this. This one, the tape recorder, the sign, the calculator, and the antenna cartridge box, they all act like a damn steel chair. It's sad to say it because they don't have their own animations. You know, you could have your own animation for the Greatest Hits. This could have stuttered, like, you know how this one stutters when you break it? Well, this one could have, like, you break it and it stutters the tape piece off, and the guy sees it and it falls back down the ground. Like this one, it just breaks it and you let go of it. This one could lose a couple buttons. Maybe you, besides hitting on like the head, maybe you hit him in the stomach and you hit him across just so hard the buttons flies off. Head recorder, I have no idea, literally. Dr. could just make up something. And that there, again, make up something because I couldn't really tell you how this could work. But like, I gave you like the good spot. Like these 2 could actually be cool. Book of the Dead, it acts like this chair, but sometimes it doesn't because it has a cool ability. But if you're also gonna do that, I think there should be different types of ladders real quick. So we're going through that to part 2. Ladders, there's only one size, and the WWE, you have seen ladders all your life, and you have to know there's more than one. First one, there's also more than one color of a ladder. There has been blacks. There has been the first ladder match with Shawn Michaels and Scott Hall, if I'm correct, where you only use one ladder. And you saw that ladder look like back then. So I think there should be different sizes. So it's like you call this one the ladder, and this one could be like a ladder 6 foot, like something like that. You know, red and blue, black and white. You click on this, and you have more colors to choose from. You can choose Wrestler ladder, where like Scott Hall and some items used back then. Tables, you can have different tables. I'm more like a damaged table. Like I say, you click table, but you want the table to look more like a dirty, damaged. Like it's not safe to use, but it's like got that damaged look. You can say, okay, I want to use a damaged table. It's still a table, but it's almost the point where it's going back on its own at that point. So that's what you can use. Now, for all this, I would say maybe they should have more animation of how you use them. Like this one, you can't really push X and do a move with it. You can only hit square. It's a one-hit use. So I think, in my reality, is what if you can, you know how like if you hold left stick, depending on your on it. If you're using PS4, it's the L3. If it's the Xbox, it's the pretty much I said left stick. You know, left bumper, not bumper, yeah, left stick, yeah. And PC, I have no clue because I don't play PC. For that, you know, you can say, okay, left stick going with square, or X, you know. And for that matter, you know, you would like maybe hit him, then hit him with the backside, and it breaks. Maybe you do some other move with the up, down, or white, and you're just doing a square one. And you're just doing that. Now, that could be cool, you know, it has its own effect. Now, what if you use X in any direction? That could also be a thing, but how else can you use it? Well, maybe if you hold X in, and while going in any directions, it does another move as well. And they're all different moves, you know, all different moves does all different things, just like the square. If you just if you go up a square, press like just go up and press square, it might hit you in the head. Press left with square, it might hit you in the side, you know. But then if you hold it, it has like a new animation to it. Like, okay, I'm gonna hit you in the gut, or I'll kick you in the gut, and I'll immediately hit you in the back with it. That was a strong strike attack with the square button, you know, something like that. And tables has their own, and ladder has their own effect as well. Maybe if you like hold X in. Just hold X, maybe it goes on top of you, or you hold like a certain button, like you do like a carry system, you know. Maybe you can do something like that, where you put it like in the middle of your head and you spin like a helicopter and you go through it. You know, you can actually go through all these animations and figure out what they have. He said that if you watch the WWE, ECW, WCW, or any other wrestling show you have seen on TV, you have seen that there are more than one. Just like the steel chairs, there are lots. Now, I'm going to go through this in another game. Other games back then had a more unique style. If you put the chair in your guys' head, lay it on their head, then you use another chair or their legs, they had a unique style where you press the X button, yeah, but once you do it, it does like this little cutscene animation where the guy just does it for you, and you actually see it's like a different camera angle. That needs to be brought back for sure. I would love to do that because it makes it. They don't make it more easier to hit the person with the chair. I have a hard time hitting in a directly spot because you're just hitting X, and if you hit too close up to the face, it doesn't do the animation. If you hit the arm or chest, it never affects your head, which you was going for. Now, if let's say if you did put the chair on their face, then you have another chair in your hand, you're gonna smash them in their backside with the chair, like that. Take something like, for example, like when anyone did it to Edge when he came back, like he did that to the chair, you know. I think if you have ability to do that, then it should be like more different. You should be able to take that chair, depends on your stamina and how much you have or how long you want to keep going. You keep whamming on the guy's head, backside of his head, with the chair on the front side of his head. You keep whamming in as much as you want until your stamina dies out, or you're just done with it, and it gives you like one more big hit, and that's it. There should be also different moves when it comes to the chair. Another thing I was going to ask, I would say this study games could use, is the ability to not drop your freaking weapon. Like, I'm not kidding you. When it comes to weapons, 3 to 5 hits, you immediately drop your weapon. Why do you drop a weapon? I have never seen a wrestler hit the guy more than 4 or 5 hits and then just drop a weapon. He immediately hit him a couple times, like, okay, I'll hit you 6, hold the weapon, I'll wake you back up, hit you 7 more times, you know, he'll do that, like back and forth. He's gonna hold that weapon in. He will hold it. He doesn't let go. Rather than the hell you ever see that in the game. You don't see it in the game. So you should be able to hold the weapon as long as you want. Now, if it is something heavier, like a steel steps, steel steps should be a little more like a carrying system, where you can hold it, depends on your stamina or how strong you are. If you're really strong, let's say you're like the big stuff, you're that damn strong, then your stamina goes slow, like really slow. It doesn't drain out so fast. If you're like John Cena, The Rock, Brock Lesnar, The Miz, or some guy from the Cruiserweight system, then that's where the steel steps will fall into the stamina. And with John Cena, like let's say you're just a heavyweight, cinema, it's not gonna be like something like super heavyweight where it doesn't drain as quick. It goes a little bit faster, sir. But you're also, the more you use it, the more cinema drops down, to the point where if you get to the stamina bar and you lose all of it, you gotta wait till you get your ability back up to pick it back up, because he's tired. And if he's tired, he should just drop it down, like, okay, like, screw you, I'm done. No. He should actually just be like, get that tiring effect, like the animations should be like tiring. I mean, he's like, hold on to it, and you could just like say, okay, I'm holding on to it. But if you don't want him to hold on to it, cancel it out, and then you go. He drops the weapon. He doesn't want it anymore. He just leaves the weapon where it is, when he let go of it, when he stopped. Like, hey, oh, I hit you 5 times, but I hit you like 5 times, and still says I'm tired. Or when you put the steps down, I'll hold on to it with my arm laying against it. Then once my stamina gets up to good enough, I might hit X again, pick it back up, swing it a couple more times, or I'll just let's say screw out. I don't want to do this anymore. I'm done with it. Now, other weapons like chairs, hammers, bats, like all those, you don't need stamina. It's whenever you want to drop the weapon, it's up to you. There's no stamina bar, so you, but the stamina bar will go down if you're swinging it more than once. Did you drop the weapon? Did you get tired? No. It's just, let's say you take a chill chair and you get to the last bar. You're just really start to worn out from swinging. Like, if you even have no stamina, that's the point where you don't have the strength to swing that much, so your damage will affect to your opponent when you swing the weapon. You don't do a whole lot more damage into the game then. That's where the damage falls out. The damage for, like, say, okay, a chair side normally would be like a 8 damage. Because you're doing so low, now it's like a 5% damage. That's where it'll go. But same thing, like I was saying earlier, with the ladder, like you should be able to do more moves. Like I said that, like, I also, your opponents shouldn't fall down with a chair so easily, because ECW, if you watch it, they don't do that. So for this example is, let's say you just want to ram on the back with this chair, one at once, like you see in the E, where they constantly hit on the back when they're on their hands and knees. Okay, you should be able to do that. So if let's say you hitting them in the gut with one of your attacks, then because you shove them on their hands and knees, you keep placing square and stuff until they do like a certain reason. Now I don't know what enemies would be to reverse that move to stop them from hitting you. I would have to actually watch a scene where I got stopped, or just see what you could have done to prevent it. But yeah, that could be one of the coolest moves to add in. Maybe if your guy's laying down, you could prop his knees up and hit him with the chair with both his knees propped up. I have done that, and actually in my backyard wrestling show against my brother, and it does inflict pain, but then that should be a cool object. So let's say you did that to your opponent. Okay, like, oh my god, Randy Orton just hit Edge with his chair and pop his knees. Oh my god, that has to be hurting. He's doing that amazing, it hurts. Now he's trying to stand up, he's limping a little bit because his knees have been hit so hard with a chair. So now the whole time he'll be limping throughout the whole match. If he runs, he's not going so fast. Plus, you see him lose his balance every once in a while when he runs. Still going a good amount of speed, but he's not doing a whole lot now. And now every time he does like a knee attack or he uses his leg a certain way, you'll see it affects him in a way and it hurts him. I think there should be consequences if you get hit with a weapon or something has happened to your wrestler. Like that. Like, that should be something into the game where that should be a thing. Now, something I was going to mention earlier is these baseball bats and kendo sticks. I'm going to mention that now. Sometimes I have noticed for the longest time, and I don't like it that it is in the game, is if you know for a kendo stick, you take your opponent's and you hit them across the head with the kendo stick. Okay, that makes sense, because it's not a hard object. It just pretty much just piece of flimsy wood that's been taped around, and it just makes like a sound. All it does. Baseball bats, on the other hand, are not. They're solid. If you get hit across the head, like in the game, like in the forehead, with a swing by a baseball bat, your head, one, would be caved in because of the skull, and two, you should be bleeding and not be getting back up from that at all. So baseball bats for the head should be removed for that animation. That animation does not fit well in the game. I have noticed, because oh my god, John Cena's got hit across the forehead. John got hit with a baseball bat across the forehead. Okay, now he's dead. I'm just gonna say he's dead. He's not winning. He's dead now. You just killed John Cena, folks. You just killed him. That's literally what they did. No, I'm saying it's a video game. No one can give a shit. Yeah, but do you ever see someone use a baseball bat and then WWE ever like that? No, you don't. So that animation should be changed. Baseball bats should be more of the gut punching, or maybe one across the back. Something that doesn't involve with the head spot. Head spots have always been a big no-no to baseball bats and every wrestling show. You only do it if it's like a toy baseball bat, like those toys you see In the toy section, there's just a plastic bag. You could literally just squeeze with your hand and it'll make a dent in it. That's all it does. I have seen people using that when they put like thumbtacks or something in it. Or maybe the baseball bat has like wire in it. So it has like a barbed wire. You don't hit them with it, but they use it to scrape their head. Or maybe they'll like take them and they'll pull them like down. I have seen that, but never have I ever seen someone get hit across the forehead with a baseball bat. So that animation would have to get changed. Now, what can you do to make the baseball bat more fun? Well, one, I said earlier, you use the analog stick and the square or X, put on one console or PC related. You just, if you want to do like a normal attack, you just swing it left, right, you do that. And up and down don't actually mean, I guess down could be the legs, another one could be the legs again. Strong attacks could be like an animation where you ramble them like that. X could be more of a grab move. Medium grab could be that. A strong grab could be this. So you're doing that with the baseball bat. I say find what is the strongest grab attack for a baseball bat. Add that into the up, down, left, right. And then what is not so strong, you add in the that section for the baseball bat. So like, let's say, okay, the baseball bat for the not strong, it's the leg. You do something with the leg with the baseball bat, boom, that's not so strong. Okay, the strong one could be, okay, for up, it's you take the baseball bat, you cross their neck, and you hold them like a chokehold move. Okay, that's strong. I would say that's strong, but it's also, you're making them time to submit. So you're finding back and forth, like if you're doing a submitting mini game. So that, if it's a barbed wire, then the animation for that would be changed, where it's the forehead and you can just strip it back and forth, or and stuff, something like that. If you're doing it from the back, I guess you could have figured that out. No, now let's say the baseball bat was this. One, I would actually remove the pointing spot you see in the pumpkin on the very top, because that sounds dangerous. But I understand, again, it's a video game, so no one cares. But just, if you're making a WWE game, make it a little bit more realistic. That, you say that's cool, so that part. Now, a pumpkin's not so hard when it's been carved out. So if someone does hit you in the head with the pumpkin, one, it breaks anyways, so there's that. All these others, like that. That's just gonna work pretty much like a baseball bat, but it's not gonna hurt as bad getting hit across the head with it. It's gonna hurt, but not as bad. So I guess you could say it's okay, but nah, I wasn't too interested. Maybe I would say, if you want to do a head move, do like they do with the Sledgehammers. You put your hand on the very top of the top piece of the bat, and you just head carry them like that, like you see Therese do a lot of times with a Sledgehammer. If you watch the freaking videos, that could be something cool. These, you just add in. Now for this, that could be, that can't get used on top of your head. It's not a hard object. It's more flimsy. Getting hit straight to the head, that actually makes sense. Now if you use it on the side, that's really gonna be painful. That would be painful. This, I would say baseball bat related. That's not baseball bat related at all. That is more of, I should only use it on your backside, and that's it. That should be more like a pounding weapon for your backside. Maybe something else, And a quicker back is just a baseball bat, but more thin now. So it's like a chair to the head if you use it on the right spot. Candlesticks, however, watch Sandman, watch someone from ECW who use a candlestick more than him once. Literally, there you go. There's all the freaking light attacks for square, strong attacks from square, the X, medium grabs, and strong grabs. Oh, and for the running attacks, you can change that. So if you're running with a baseball bat, you're running like you're shrinking it to their stomach. And so you hold it or so this should be one, like how you do the when you one on your phone. Your whole square is probably close, right? If you do just one press square, it's a double X handle. So you get the point, right? Because there's two different one attacks. So then you get two one attacks for weapons. So that's, I would love to see in the next 2K game. You get Western game. There should be like that added. Now Sledgehammers, just do what Wwe just did, like in every freaking sledgehammer thing, like how he used it in a way. You know, same option. I would guess you should, but there would be a limit. Like this doesn't really make sense. I think that should just be taken away. It's just a stupid prop. That's actually kind of dumb. I don't think turning it up weapons should be in the game, so that could be removed. This could actually work like just like a baseball bat. Because it's a sledgehammer related, I don't see why it really matters. Just make it as its own weapon, you know. Make it look like it's a flinching weapon where if you hit a couple times, it starts to spin like a trash can. And it's not really useful, but you can still use it on the opposite side then, I guess. That should be only used on the back or front maybe. Or maybe in the groin. But it's for freaking goes, you know. Camera, up to you guys really on that. Chairs, you know, chair has a lot of useful. Now, next game for 2K21 or 22, I think, be honest, there should be more of our weapons. So far you see all of these. So next one should be, okay, the trash can. Now the trash can, let's talk about that real quick. Have you all noticed if you play in an older wrestling game, the trash can is more than one hit? Yes. If you didn't know that, if you're a kid who starts playing this game, but you know that the trash can's always been one hit, yes, the trash can has been more than one hit before. It has been like multiple hits, until the point where they make you drop the weapon, but that's how it was. Trash cans, there's a lot of cool abilities you can use in this game to keep it playable, but unfortunately, hit it just one time against your opponent, it's no longer a weapon in the game. So if you want at it, you know, you hit them across the bottom piece. That's one way. You grab X and you know you do that. You know. Oh, that's another thing. If you do put a trash can over your opponent where he can't see, then baseball bats, candlesticks, sledgehammers, chairs, anything that's a swingable weapon, that makes sense into a wrestling game. Hit him with it, and then the effect of that weapon causes the more of the damage. It's okay, trash can plus sledgehammer. Combo damage takes. So let's say he was in the full green, he's probably in the yellow now from that attack. That's a full yellow attack, like right there, depends on what it was. You know, boom, that was a cool attack. Maybe another combo attack. You know how like Seth McMahon uses a steel chair for his top rope crossover move to his opponents? You have seen. Now, okay, or in one corner, okay, he puts you in this side of the corner. You're on your butt, and he puts a chair right there. Goes on the other corner, he jumps, uses his drop kick, and hits you with it. Okay, anything that could be similar to that, it's like this, that, steel chairs, trash cans, you know, trash can lids, a dinner plate. When I say dinner plate, I mean like just the ones you like dinner trays. Yeah, dinner trays. That's what I'm trying to say. Dinner trays. You know, dinner trays. All those could be something to put in. So if you do have that as an ability, let's say there's two abilities of that. You could do the one without the weapons and the one with the weapons causes more damage. But it depends on what weapon you use on him. Hello, there you go, another weapon. Even if he's hanging upside down with his legs on the very top and he's there, you could say you have a steel chair. You press square and boom, you hit him with the freaking steel chair with a drop kick. That's a freaking move. Or you put the trash can right there and you just slam him right in. I don't care if it's just a slide attack. You just did a move on him. Like, that's literally it. You could do anything right there. That'd be cool. So yeah, they should add trash cans, thumbtacks, fire extinguishers, you know, a guitar, all those other weapons that how it reacts to different damage. Chairs, trash cans definitely needs to be upgraded where it's no longer one hit use. It can be used as much as it wants until the point where it can't be used. So if it's, let's say you did one side of the trash can, then you probably would know that. It's okay, oh, I did it on that side. I'll flip it over where it's still like a solid spot, and you know, like a nice flat spot. I'll hit him to there until he starts bending too much on that side. After that, if it's no longer useful, he just lets it go. He's done with it. Unless you don't want to use it too much, you know, you just stop. And if it's not so badly on the damage bar, you can actually take it and you can fix it by pounding it inside and fixing it back out a little bit so you can use it. So if you repair a weapon in, you can use it. That should be an actual thing. So you should use it. You can slam your opponent to the weapon. That should be an actual thing, like that. So that'd be cool, you know. Thumbtacks should be a more unique pattern. How do you use a thumbtack? Okay, so it's a bag of thumbtacks, like we all seen. But how does it make sense? Like, how do you do it? Well, there's a lot of times where thumbtacks has been used as a lot of ways to been sewn to the wrestling style. There has been times where it's been under a steel steps, it's been inside of a bucket, it's been somewhere in the steel cage. You know, it's been everywhere you can think of where a thumbtack has been. So if you wanted to, if you're just going under the ring, then the thumbtacks are inside of a bucket. Now, in this case, you have two weapons. Then that means, yes, you can use a bucket, you can swing across the head, or you can just hit them with the head, and the bucket will bend, you know, bucket will bend. Then, because of the thumbtacks, you have any option you want. The back will say 100%, and you don't have to pull all the thumbtacks out. No. For this, you actually take the thumbtacks. Let's say you want this whole one section outside the ring full of thumbtacks, so you can't miss it. If you do, okay, that's cool. So I'll take it from the start point. I'll pour a little bit here. Stop. Pour a little bit more here. Yeah, I'll just go backwards with the thumbtacks, so I have a lot. Or I can pour a little bit outside, go inside, pour the rest inside. I can go, let's say I set up a table. Okay, cool, I set up a table. For this table, I'm gonna put some thumbtacks on it. Yeah, I'll just throw some thumbtacks, throw a couple of thumbtacks, go to the top rope, maybe slam your opponent right into the table. Go look at this. Table and thumbtacks, just gotta combine it. More damage has been applied to your opponent. He is now in more pain. He is bleeding on the back side, or front side, wherever he got stabbed in the thumbtacks, it's gonna sew. Now, will this take so long? No, it does not take that long. If you've ever seen take it so long, look into a cutscene. I don't care what move does happen. Let's say it was a back suplex. Okay, back suplex. Most likely that's gonna be the back of your arm and your back, mostly maybe a little bit of your butt. Okay, that's pretty much what's on that. If it's an RKO, front mostly it's gonna be. So that's gonna be most of it's gonna be at. If you turn your body, then yes, it's gonna hit your back some. So then you add a little bit to the back. So that's how thumbtacks will work, you know. So yeah, I think that'd be a cool option. Now, another thing I should mention is the weapon wheel. You have seen it says 6. That's the size of weapon. You can only have 6 weapons. What if, size 6, you could have a customization where, okay, how big you want the weapon wheel? Do you want small, medium, large, or extra large? If it's extra large, then that's like 20 weapons in the damn ring. Okay? So now you have 20 weapons. I can put, okay, first 4, it's all tables and rules and stuff. Okay, so now I got tables here. Just put that for actually. Table. So look, so I got table, table, table. The next one could be, okay, how about chairs? So chairs, like, so I got table, 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 chair, chair, chair. Cool. Then 7, 8, 9, and all the others, you know, could be something other weapon. You know, that could be a weapon choice. So yeah, so you should have an option to how big you want the weapon wheel. And the weapon wheel should always be included in every match, no matter what. I know it's in every match right now in 2K20, but I have noticed though when you do other matches, these two are not available to be used. Unfortunately, it's not. I don't understand why I can't use it. Like there's sometimes in a tag match where you can't use a table, you can't use a ladder. Why not? It can be used for something epic. Okay, a tag team match, elimination, whatever you want to call it. I have these options. You know, cool. Another thing I should say is there should be no limit of how many weapons you should be able to throw into the match. Let's say I want 20 steel chairs, 20 steel chairs. And then say you want to put it on one spot. You can literally put it on spot like John Cena did to Wade Barrett. He flowed. He had chairs, and chairs, or he literally had a freaking chair pile. Ew. There's been times where wrestlers put a chair pile full of chairs, and there's a point where if you get slammed into it, that's a lot of pain affected. So that would be like a lot of pain meter. I don't know what the pain meter would be added in, but that would hurt a lot. So that could be a combo, but a big giant combo where it's just like chair 1 is a 5, chair 2 is now a 10. You add it up, or you add it slowly. So the damage is more afflicted. It depends on where the body slams into the chairs, yeah. Or let's say, because your opponent is down, you can fold chairs on top of him, and the more you fold on top of him, his barrier bar is going down on him more and more. He's taking pain from falling weapons. That should be actually into a thing. So yeah, so yeah. Now next one I'm going to go to is actually which one is it? Okay, so we all know we have this, climbing out and that. And you got last man standing, first blood, and finisher match. These are all good, but I think we should add more to it. Like, what could it be? I don't know what you could be. You just think about it. But here's another one. Let's get this one. Okay. Here's something. So we have steel case type. We have steel case blue, black, scrap trapped. That's pretty much the BCW steel cage. We have all these. Wouldn't it be cool if we can take the old steel cases? Like, this steel case has probably gotten upgraded more than one. So where's the other original steel cage at? Another one I should say is, what if the steel cage could have weapons? So maybe you go back here, this spot, or maybe here. If not, then you just skip through this, and there should be an option that says, it says like a letter option type. Okay, next one says, okay, do you want to add weapons? Yes or no? Yes. I click yes. Then how does that work? Okay, so there could be a guy who's like a buddy out there, so you use him. He can grab weapons under the wing for you and pull it in, or you can grab one from the top, like I have shown a lot of times, and a freaking wrestling match, or the very top has a weapon on top of the steel. Or let's say, okay, you want weapons, but you want all of them just pile up. So there's a chat scan full with chairs, broomsticks, guitars, like all that stuff inside of a chat scan. And let's say you just want to use a chat scan, and then you just hold X. You hold X, just the weapons out of it, and then you got the chat scan use. There you go. What I mean? Chat scan is now usable. You get the table set there. You got maybe like a ladder set in the steel cage. So yeah, there you go. You have a steel cage. So it's cool now. A Extreme Rules steel cage match where there's weapons. So you got more options. Maybe let's say you want to put a barbed wire. Yeah. What if it's a barbed wire, your weapon that's just in pretty much like in a string, like it's not out on the weapon. But let's say, okay, I have a baseball bat, so I have the barbed wire in one hand and the baseball bat. So my opponent's down the moment, I have enough time, so I wrap it around, and I have this pliers, I just cut them right off. Cool. Now I have a baseball bat barbed wire weapon. Or let's say I want the barbed wire on the steel cage. I go to the steel cage and I just hold some kind of button and I wrap it on there good enough, and just leave the rest of this hanging out because I don't need to cut it. If I do, I'll just go up pliers and cut that part off. Like that. Something. And I could just throw my opponent in. Like, let's say you're a big guy, the big style. I'll just slam him on the steel cage more than once, and every time he gets slammed, he's hitting in the barbed wire. I wrap him out to the steel cage. Or how about when you go here, you have all these. How about next steel cage is a barbed wire steel cage. It's on the very top, and there's some of it on the cage size walls. Holy shit, that's gonna be an unplate damage. Another thing I should say, let's say you want to do a barbed wire match like you do in CW. Have it where you can change the ropes. You know, okay, I want barbed wire whelps. Cool. I have that as an option. You know. And yeah, the consequence of using those would be like you saw in ACW, where most times it'll get stuck in your skin, so then you just play like massive buttons, then when you mess the buttons, you try to scrape yourself off. If you can't, you call in the ref, maybe you can call in the ref for everyone for help to get you out. If you help it out and you just smash the buttons again, you know, and you let that happen. Or you just let the ref help you out, maybe it'll get you out, maybe it'll get some else, and then the ref will stop your opponent from stopping you from beating you up at that point. Yeah, you're not getting a full recovery, but because if your opponent doesn't want to listen to the ref, he can just one-on-one and slam you, kick you across the head. So the ref gets mad and tells him stay over there, and then eventually you're free, but you're still got beat up by your opponent. Your opponent give a shit about you. You know, it can be work. Maybe there's a table, with wrapping barbed wire. You know. Pretty much all I agree. And you know those light bulbs you see probably in school or like a store, those big long ones? Add that to the game. Like we can add it to the table, the steel chair. Yes, I have thought about this. I have those light bulbs into the steel chair, so you can smash them. It just looks amazing. You could probably tie some rope and put it on the corner side, where the whole corner it's just big long light bulbs. So if someone gets fallen in there. Wow, it's like CCW, how they have that pretty much look. So pretty much, if you want to get any weapons from that, go to CCW. It's Combat Zone Wrestling. Their stream is wrestling, so a lot of wrestlers from the E-wrestlers has been on there. So you pretty much get a point. I mean, they're not bad. I mean, a lot of people say they're trash, but you know, De'Aaron Boss was in there, so what the fuck. Yeah. I mean, for this one, you know, they can also add like more matches. Like for example, where's Royal Rumble 40 man at? You know, where's the 40 man Royal Rumble match? Where's like that? Where's the 51? You know, it could add that into it. And Elimination Chamber, I'm just gonna go through this. So we know how we got the 2017 and 2015. So we all know that's there, but would it be cool? Because 2017 has those maps in it. So and if let's say you want to put more damage, you could take the map out, and then you can add more damage. Another thing, let's say you want to lose a limited chamber match in a 1 versus 1 scenario. So because of this, it could be an Iron Man match where whoever has the most pins or submissions points, you know, that's the winner. But here's the catch: each chamber pod has a weapon or some kind of thing they can use against their opponent, but they have to let the timer count down to be able to get to those weapons. Yeah, so something like that, you know. And at that point, you know, there's all those opportunities. And plus, if you're just playing a limited chamber match, you know how those times that will climb up on the walls, then like sometimes they'll climb all the way up to the very top, like Spider-Man, or they're top of the ceiling. Why not that? Why not have you come at the very top? If you get to the right spot, you can just jump on them. And so you know that'd be a cool epic moment. And so I think that'd be really epic, you know. And I think literally every wrestler should have a consequences when they get a certain attack, you know. Another thing I was going to do is I think the reversal system could use a little bit more of an upgrade. Why do I mean by that? Is the way I was thinking is, okay, so let's say you're in green condition. Let's say you start a match, you're fine, nothing's wrong with you just yet. So now the reversal bars are green, purple, green, yellow, orange, and purple. Those are the main. And red's the good luck reversal button. Why I say that? Because you're gonna see it in a minute. So green is simple. So if you didn't get it the first time, you know, you got your other ones. You still got time to reverse. But that the consequence of doing that, then you lose more reversal bars. So that would be crazy. But if let's say you know you have like 2 or 3, you still have options to the others, but you just lose all your 2 reversals. Actually, I really think besides having 5 reversals, you should be at least 6 or 8. That gives you more time to actually play the game with reversals. I took mine off because I got tired of it, but there should be an actual limit. There's supposed to be a limit in settings where how often does an AI reverse? Like so often, every like 20 seconds, maybe after like so now you should like change like hey, hits, so maybe like every like 2 minutes of a hit. Finishers every like 5 minutes. You know, that's you just have a way. But back to the story, it's like yeah, so like so the pretty like those. So each one has a certain thing. Now, how does it work if you're in the second health bar where you're in like the yellow stage? Well, when you're in yellow stage, you don't have green anymore. So the green one is delayed a little bit, then the yellow one pops up. So now you have to hit yellow. Because you're going in yellow, it does not take 2 bars of reversals. No, it just takes 1. It delayed the green one for you, so the yellow one is now the first reversal bar. Then that means orange and purple and red are 2 of more numbers. So that's what works. And so finally goes with the OMG moments, you know. You get more opportunities than these as well. But I'll talk about that version in a minute. So you get the point, like so each time you get to a lower health, the reversal delays a little bit. So how does that really work? Let's say you're doing a normal suplex, so green is not there, orange is not there, yellow is not there. You know, like green, yellow, and orange are not there. That's like 5 seconds. They have not been there yet. But purple is there, so after like this 5 seconds are up, 6 seconds, you still have enough time to get out of the freaking suplex. There should be I could do like so not too long. Like, okay, 2 seconds, you didn't have green. You know, you just go for the math. 2 seconds is the 2 out green, then you got 3, then you got 4, then you got 5. You know, that's how it would work. Red, it's more of the, I didn't have hardly a second to reverse, so I have to hit this when it pops up. Yes, that's where red pops in. So that you're in the definitely to the red zone of your health. Red reversal is more the, if you do hit this, there's a consequences to that part. So here it goes. So you get to a full suplex, but you're almost down. You can reverse, but the consequence of doing that though will cause you like maybe having an injury, or maybe it depends on what it was and stuff. So that would be the case, you know. For example, let's say you was getting a hit by a suicide dive. You had all this time to hit the other ones because you were so late. The red is the last one. Because if you do hit red, where you get hit at. So okay, green you hit the mat, yellow maybe a little bit far out. Red is pretty much your whole back just got hit with the announce table. Well, or maybe you how you cast the move. Probably sprain your arm or leg or something like that. So you pretty much you just damage your body by injuring yourself. The red pretty much is an injury level. Same thing for purple and orange. Those are injury level spots, but not as bad as red. Red's more like, I guarantee you, my foot's broken at this point. I guarantee you, I just fractured my foot a little bit, but I can still walk on it and finish the match. But after that, if I do win, I should be limping in the ring as my victory. I should be limping with that foot, and refs should ask me if I'm okay still, and I'm still like winning, shooting my victory at times. I won. You know. So yeah, I would say that should be the the consequences. Now, how does it work if you're the one giving the suicide dive? Right. Well, if your opponent's not going to do it, you should also. Plus, the suicide dive should be more of a when you dive out. So the inmate is going for you, but you have to hit square. If you hit square too late, there's a guarantee your foot might have touched your pinky toe has touched the rope a little bit. So your range is going to be a little shitty, plus that can also damage you. But if we're not going to add that, then we add in the catching system. So you're saying your opponent does reverses to you. You have enough time to catch yourself. So, okay, we block it, so I'm going to have to try to find my landing spot, block that move. So I hit, like X or square where the button pops up, that would be my button, but the colors are different. It has a circle around it, it's different. So that's what it would be, Then that's where I take my damage from. Another thing is, TNA had this in the game. There should be a reversal chain when it comes to moves. So let's say I punch you, and I've been punching for a while, but then you block. then you punch, but I block your move, but I punch you, then I block me. Like that, you're going like you're reversing punches. That's called like chain punching. We block, but no one's getting a punch, and then someone actually someone doesn't hit the block button in time, so they get punched across the face. And then because of that, there's a delay on the reverse for like 10 seconds, so they can't reverse again. If they do get a chance to reverse, it just be like a cool scene. I would call it the cinematic scene as like a mode. So if someone blocks your first punch and you're blocking the punch until someone hits it, then cinematic scene pops up where they can't block for 10 seconds. Seconds are not really that long, so does that. Your punch, maybe get full to the wolves. Then that's where his burst button should come back again. Where if he manages to hit it, he's not taking the move, you're taking the move, and that's where it ends. And then it'll come here like, oh my God, Wwe just took a couple blows to the face, but he managed to recover with a knee to the face. He managed to recover when he gave the walk a knee strike to the face, something like that. They will say that it will be an epic moment into the game. So I think that would be actually kind of cool, so that could be something they can add in. Same thing when it comes to suplexes, I hate it that every time I do a suplex, the AI reverses it, but I get hit with the move, Why? Why should I get hit with the suplex still? Should I have a chance to reverse back? Yeah, you should, Now, what does this mean actually if you have the reversal bars? Well, if he reverses it and you reverses it, the reversal bars stops, so you don't have to worry about your reversal bars are constantly getting used up. Same thing with the punches, they stop. After he reverses this, so okay, I do suplex, he reverses, so he's going to do one on me, but I said no, I hit the R2 or triangle button, and I stop him from using the same move on me. That means the reversal bars down on the bar are maxed out now, so you have a maximum reversal bars constantly using them to someone's hands. So like, oh my God, Seth Owens is just first Kevin Owens suplex. Oh my God, looks like Kevin Owens gonna get hit with his own suplex. No, never mind, folks. Kevin Owens just managed to reverse it in time. Now Seth Owens, no. It constantly goes back and forth. They keep talking about how they keep reversing the same move over and over until they landed it. Like, okay, that's an epic moment, And when it does, it warms them out a little bit. So the stamina kind of drains some because of that. Not enough, but they can't do the move still. So they can still do the move even if the bar's fully drained. It still counts. But the recovery time from that, then it should be different. So that'd be actually a cool thing. That's what I plan on doing in my wrestling game as well, I plan on doing all of that into my wrestling game. So yeah. There's a lot you can do with that, and I think it'd be a really nice thing. Like, just like if you Irish whip, I'll throw you to this corner, but you reverse it and I get followed. Why? Why do I get followed because you reverse it? No, I don't want. You reverse me, I'm gonna reverse right back, and you can do that. But at that point, there should be a limit for Irish whips. That's because you can't just keep doing it because you're going always moving a step forward. So I think the maximum then should be 4. If he does hit with another reversal, but the 5th one, then it just cancels out, and then no one does anything like that. Another thing they should add into the game is a double move colliding system. What that means is, let's say Shawn Michaels and some other guy who does a sweet chin moves to the face, a super kick to the face. Let's say they did that. So you guys both do your setup or your moves, but because of this, you both got hit with a super kick to the face. You both were knocked out. That's called a double collision attack. That means the ref sees you and he starts doing the count, the thing counting. That's a cool moment. If you're not badly that damaged, then it should just work it. Then you guys should just get back up normally. But that's still the ref has to count anyways because of the reason, let's say you're just doing a 1A attack, so like that. So let's say this guy has both a 1 attack for a clothesline, so you do that and we clothesline each other. So I clothesline this guy, he clotheslines me, we're both knocked down, and we spin a little bit and we fall. You get the point. Now another attack collision attack can happen. It's with a weapon. So you take, let's say you have a steel chair, he has a steel chair, you both go to string, but no one gets hit with it. You just keep hitting it like you're doing like a lightsaber battle until you can manage to get one in and stuff. How it would happen is both of you all would have to hit like the button that's on your character's model. So my square and his X, we both have to hit square and X. If he doesn't hit his X, he hits the one button, I get to hit him in the cross his stomach, and he, you know, gets beat up with my chair. You know, you just get the point. So there'd be other weapons to the game. I think like the flower effect, where just makes a man use the flower against, you know, Wwe when he's blinded. If that happens to you like a minute of the match, then your control system should be changed. So up is down, left, you know, like that. Your buttons are all changed. For square used to be hitting, now it's X for hitting. You get the point, you know. And it should not always be the same thing, so you can't master it, the controls. So okay, first time the guy used the power on me, up was down. Okay, cool. Now up is now left, so I'm moving left with up. X is no longer hit, so now it's triangle is the hit button. My reverse button is now clicking the left stick, right stick in. You get the point, right? How did you get out of this situation? You use water. You should get, if you get enough time to recover yourself, to get that water in, or have a person come to your need, then they should get your eyes cleared up. Then after that, you should be able to play the game normally, like if you would. Now, is there a way they can redo it back to you? Yes. If the powder stuff he uses is still there in a certain spot, he can just fall back more onto you. But that makes it harder for the player every time. Yeah, so that makes it more of an unfair situation, but it's just wrestling. Actually, that'd be kind of cool being into the game, because I thought about that a couple days ago. I was out working, so yeah. And like you should, like I said, if you're doing like a false count anywhere wrestling match like Vince McMahon and Triple H had, when I was talking about the instant ways, Vince McMahon bunch weights, you know, you should be able to start off with weapons. Another thing I should be talking about is the Royal Rumble. So you know how the Royal Rumble is always been the same, where okay, one or two guys starts the match, and then third guy comes in, one just runs in. Actually, there should be different camera. There should be, if the guys, let's say third guy is Seth Rollins. I'm just going to use him, okay? So the two guys, it's The Rock and Big E. So The Rock and Big E are fighting as the first two contestants. So Seth Rollins comes in. But we start just running in, hearing his song and his name popped up. You see his entrance, like they did with the Royal Rumble last time. You see it when you see their entrance, they look at you, and then the camera angle kind of changes a little bit. What does that mean with the two guys who are fighting? They're just doing animation for them where they're just grabbing onto each other, maybe like doing like a hole or something. That's probably what they would do, so it doesn't mess up your gameplay. Or they have like an extra screen on the top, so you can still see what you're doing. I mean, or they make the person who's coming out comes up with another screen, so it just looks good enough you can see. Or they know how they do like that device screen, where okay, if your opponent's way too up and you're on the screen, so I think how it works is I'm on the mat, I'm on the left screen because I'm player one, you know, and my person who's playing, who's going to the web, is on the right side screen. If I'm the one who's on the one's map, then the person who's on the map will be on that right screen, so you get the point. So then maybe they can do that. So you see who's coming, you know, get that cool entrance popped up. Yeah. Another thing is, if let's say you was number 3 coming in, you actually have the option to stop yourself from running into the ring. What does that mean actually? So that simple is, let's say you don't want to actually just go into the ring just yet. Let's say you want to like maybe want to sit there and let those guys fight a little bit. Maybe you want to grab some weapons and throw them to the ring because you just want to make the match more interesting. But the ref will constantly tell you like, hey, get into that ring. By the way, refs should be there should be at least 4 refs outside the ring. It doesn't really make sense. And the animations of how you get eliminated should change onto your perspective, you know. And so that should be an updated. There's some similar winners like the how it used to be like last 3 or last 4 or last 2. That should go up to 8 now because we do have 8 in here. So now if there's 8 people left, and that's the last 8 guys, all of them should do like an intermission scene, or like, okay, one's near a corner, one's near the ropes, 2 maybe like standing up and stuff. They all see that, and they're like, they're slowly getting up, like they're limping, you know, because it's been a long battle, you know. It should do that, and to change. Let's say you have a partner. Let's say the New Days are both there, so you got Kobe Kingston and Big E, you know, they're there. They're the partners, you know. They'll go near each other and like talk about how they should like, ambush them and fight them. That's what I seen. If there's a partner there, or maybe maybe like a buddy like you trust, like how like Randy Orton and Edge did that in the Royal Rumble. That could be something, you know. Another thing is, even though if you don't want one into the ring just yet, you can just stay out there. But if someone sees you're not getting into the ring, person who wants the next can just beat you up outside and then move it for you in. So that can be a thing and stuff. Another thing is, you should be able to exit out of the ring if you're in the Royal, or if you're already entered the ring. So if I'm Seth Rollins, I miss to say, okay, I'm going into the ring now. I get beat up a little bit, but I need to recover. So let's say I'm beating up so bad to my health. You know how now you go to like on the bottom rope. Let's say I just want to roll right out there. So I roll right out there. I'm not actually out. I'm just taking the safety measure so I don't get eliminated. So now I'm out of reach for my opponents. Now we could just add it in to make it more safer so you don't get your ass kicked into the game, or we use that as a way of saying, I have 2 options. I could just stay under the bottom rope, or I can just go outside the ring under the bottom rope, and that'd be my exit spot. Which means I can just walk back around, I can do whatever I want, I can grab more weapons out of the ring if I need to, and stuff. Another thing is, let's say you did get from to the top rope and then you did get pushed out, or let's say you get like, let's say you're on the, you know, how Kobe Kingston did when he did a handstand. There should be a recovering option. If you have the recovery option ability, then you hit like the triangle or something and it activates it and stuff to the point where I have recovery ability. I'm using this to cover myself, but there's a consequence to that. You have to control your opponent of how you recover. There are different ways you can recover if it gives you the option, like how they did with I think it's Naomi, the one who does the neon dance, you know, or glow dance, we won't call it. You can say where how she managed to jump way far out and stay on an edge so she's not touching the floor. You can do that, you know. Can you still eliminate? Yes. If someone sees you coming this way, they can just punch you. They can stop you and stuff. But hey, if they try to push you, if you grab X in this entire, you can just grab them and knock them down with you. So they get eliminated as well. So it's sabotage mode. You can say that too. If someone tries to sabotage you can sabotage them back. If you get that an option. Another option is, let's say you have a ability, if you're using the second ability, let's say the second ability is, okay, rage mode. Rage mode does a lot of things, but one thing it does is, if you get eliminated in a Royal Rumble, you're pissed off. So you break out and stuff. Now it can be used by finishers as well. It doesn't have to be an ability. It could just be an ONG moment where that could happen. So it's any way you want to see it as. It could be a rage mode ability or it could be an ONG ability. And that happens. But you have to have at least the ability of part or the certain amount of finisher part. In that case, whoever's in the ring, you just sabotage whoever pissed you off, you do that. So if, let's say the guy who knocked you out pissed you off, so you use that because you have one finisher, you throw him down, you beat him up, you blah blah blah, done. If you have all 3, you literally go in there, you destroy the rest, but someone can, however, if the button or the AI hits the button just right, they stop you, they throw you back out of the ring, and the ref or whoever escorts you out of there. That's the end of that. That means everyone else got beat up still. You can actually eliminate someone, even though you've been eliminated, you can still eliminate that same person. So okay, I eliminate, go back into me, I throw you all out because I'm just angry, I got more of a buff since so, but you're just pressing the buttons, you're not actually doing all the hard work. That's what it would be. Now if you're doing the first one, then you might have a option, you know. But if, like I said, if it's an OG, that would be like 1, 2, or 3 finisher. If it's the ability, then the ability just works like the same way like I just said. By levels, so level 1, level 2, level 3, like that. Another thing I want to talk about is the Wwe Wumble. So Wwe Wumbles are 10, 20, and 30. As I said earlier, there's also 40 and 50. For this, I think, to be honest, I think for online and for not online, there should be a 100-man Wwe Wumble. Well, that one we should have a 100 Battle Royale. Why is it called that? Because there's 100 wrestlers. Now, how do you start this off? Well, if we can upgrade it to an 8 to a 10, we can try that out, but we would have to switch it up a little bit. We'd have to make it where it fits in the screen. Maybe you add a couple into the top. Maybe just enough, you know. So how that works is 10 wrestlers, maybe 20. Like I said, it really depends and stuff, and you can do that. Now, let's say we can't really do it offline, then that's where it falls in online. So we go to the online settings, you know, and how we got these, there'll be one in the middle says Battle Royale mode. So 100 online players are in the Battle Royale. You pick your wrestler, you pick your number, and all of them just spawn in. So you all just you're on mode, you're just practicing your fighting moves real quick until the timer stops and then go. Now, what does it happen if someone, like, let's say someone has bad connection or just leaves? Well, that's simple, you know. Their character is still usable, but the character not be set as an AI, but it will get like a really debuff, so it doesn't hurt you in the Battle Royale mode. So yeah, you can just form right out there if you needed to and stuff. So it doesn't stop, and there's no bad connection. It's just like how Fortnite works. You just stay in. Even though there's no host, you just stay in. There's no such thing as a host in that mode. If it's online, then it could go. Then besides like I said earlier, I said 10 because it was an offline mode. But if it's online, then you won't have yours. Yes, yours. Every time you like say, okay, I'm gonna find Teddy Bear 65. I got near Teddy Bear 65, and they're just on top of their heads. You know, that's where they'll be, all on top of their heads. Plus, you're saying, well, hey, that's too big of a wing. You know, that's too big for that wing size. Yeah, it is. So that's why you make the wing a little bit bigger. You make the wing bigger for that match. So you start with 10 or 20 wrestlers for the Battle Royale 100 man, one woman. It could be male or female, by the way. I should mention that. There are no consequences for being a extreme rules or that. That's where, like I said earlier about the Wwe Wumble, how you can like exit out of the ring fully if you're going under the bottom rope. Maybe stop yourself for getting the ring, because you know there's a lot of wrestlers there. You don't get ass kicked. So if we do start with 10 or 20 wrestlers at the beginning, that means you only got like so many wrestlers left. So you got like 80 wrestlers left, you know. So like, okay, 80 wrestlers left, and the time limit, we all saying like, oh yeah, but the time limit way too long. Okay, you make the time limit 30 or 40 freaking like that. So just, you know, like hey, every 30 seconds a new word comes in, or every 40 seconds, or maybe like every minute, every 1 minute a word comes in. I think beyond it should be more like a 45 seconds, maybe up to a minute. That's literally how far I would go, but it's not that so long. And that's what it will come to. You know, you keep coming in, and then whoever wins who is the victory. And also you like how that means, okay, Ninja Menace eliminated 20 wrestlers, and he won. Wow, he's on the top leaderboard. He's eliminated 20 wrestlers. The highest you can go is 101, however. Depends on where you started at, you know. Because, I said earlier, did I say earlier you can pick your number? Well, maybe that's only for offline, but if you're on online, there's no such thing as number picking. you get put in the match whenever you get put in. It tells you before you start the match. So let's say you're the first 10, the first 20. I'll tell you, hey, you're going to be starting the match at the beginning, so get ready to start fighting. It just tells you that because you're the person who starts off the match. That doesn't tell you what number you were, but it tells you. And if you're like, let's say, I'm 56, hey, the Royal Rumble Battle Royale is starting. Please just get ready when you come out. Just tell you that or something like that. So this tells you when you're about to come. It'll just tell you just sit there and hopefully just wait. So you sit there, you can text whatever and stuff. The maximum can only be 20 in a ring. But we're going to fight you that. If that's the case, you're going to just start with 15, then work our way to 5 more in. But yeah, then just see people throwing out. The damage will be up increased a little bit because you want the wrestlers to get out faster. The connection would have to be better though for the virtuals. Because so far I have been playing and triangle or R2, it doesn't matter if it's 19 or 20. There has been a problem where my side, the connection is like good, but like when I'm playing the game, I know like, hey, he did like a punt, I reversed it, or he did like a suplex to me. I saw the reverse button, but I hit it on point. Did not react to me, did not do the move. But if I hit it like really soon before the reverse button pops up on top of my head, I reversed it. Sometimes it doesn't happen like that either. So we would have to work out the reverse system in the game, be able to play that mode, so you're not getting screwed over because of the game. So yeah, we can add that. Another thing I would have to adjust, and I'm going to use this for females wise because it makes sense. I know this might be a really long video, guys. I'm really sorry. I just not get this through all this. Why the next game needs to be good, and if you, like I won't be able to see that. Oh, I can't. So another thing I need to mention is these face templates. So you see all here. These are okay, but we need more. For one thing, I'm using female because I'm gonna have to show you something that's for females related, but this is also for male related as well. So templates, face template needs to be more accuracy. There needs to be a lot more options and stuff. Because like this is what your first face starts off with, and these are the ones you can go for. Okay, so what if you don't want to use this? Let's say you just want to, let's say here, somewhere found here it says race related. It's got to change race. White, black, Mexican, Asian, Indian. There you go. And then for that category, okay, if you're white, then it tells you all the white skin colors you can be as. Let's say you're mixed, so then you add, okay, I'm a white guy, but I have Mexican in my blood, so here's all the colors you can be for white and Mexican. Let's say you're half black, half white. There you go. It just shows you every possibility what you look. Because let's say you're trying to make yourself. Let's say you're okay. I am Asian. I am a Mexican, and also I am a black guy. And also, I'm also 20% Irish. I click all those things in. I add the percentage. No. Or if you don't know your percentage from those first three, then you just add in the ones you think you know the most. Like I said, I'm 25% Irish, so that's where all my percentages would be. I click on that, and it mixes my body and my face features in the game, so it shows me, okay, so that's what it could look like and stuff. There you go. Gives you more of an ideal perspective, how it would work. Another thing I'm going to need to point out is these does not make sense, because see how these creators put their faces in here? I will also admit that it used to be a lot more than these guys. If you are the creator of these games, one, this is not how you do a creator. I'm just going to mention, because here's a good thing. These two guys are on the two reasons I would say you could use. These two you couldn't use, because if you see, the hair is the problem. Oh, but you can just make it work. No, you can't. See the hair? Does not work. The hair will fall in anywhere. Look at him. His face is too high up, plus he has a piercing. Because of that piercing, I would have to add the piercing into the character model. Oh, yeah. Plus his face too up. Now him is just perfect, but and there's another problem. He has the background like behind him, so you would have mess with. I had managed to use that guy's face, however, but here's just how you're really supposed to do it, and these are actually good symbols. Here's Dean Gobbs, aka Chris Danger. One thing you could do is take the eyes out, and maybe the mouthpiece, where it's your lips. No, there's the ears, but that's not really needed. And you can just, you just line up just white, and boom, you have it. Like, here you go, like, here's a girl. I have no clue who this is. I'm just gonna, try my best to max that in here. Okay. And I'm just going to move my lips up this way. And let's just do that. Add that up here. And maybe that down there. So, I need to do that quickly. You know what? That's what I'm gonna get. I'm just gonna go with it. So far you can see my character for his face. It's just white. Okay, so there you go. I have it. Perfect point at her face. Good. Then there's this color. So her color is more like that. So that's her color. So there you go. That's how it works. I have my color pick finally. Just what I needed. If I pick any of these other colors, it just you can see it doesn't work. But yeah. So this is one thing I needed to address is because the face photos the creators give us, it's trash. It's not work. That needs to be more like these. Yes, that's just here because I thought that was actually if I can use the wing. Another thing, people, if you are playing 2K20, please note this, that your face photos needs to be categorized as face photos. There actually is a category when you click the images. The first one is not what you click on. Same thing for this one. That's not that there's supposed to be an image to use for a wing, not for an image to use on the face. I can't use it for a wing, so that's a problem. There should be more wrinkles for that reason. Here's the thing that would be cool right now if I ask an update. It's first off, 2K19 had this. So let's say I mess with her whole one side. Let's say I just did that. Like I messed this up, messed this up, messed this, all that, and it's not on the left side. So because of that, I could just go click that and go there, and I can just click one instead and say put the word I have on one side and move it to the left, so it will be accuracy on both sides. They changed that, however, doesn't work now. Another thing is, look at this. There is no blue line telling me what I'm doing. Even when that was a problem, the blue line did not make sense. So the blue line did not make sense. I would adjust putting like a white, like a blue, like a black white line, and show you like where it is doing it at, and maybe show you like a picture of where it's actually doing for you. So because you really have no clue what you're doing. It's mid jaw, lower high jaw, it has all this. Like, where are you actually going with this? So you don't really know. I can't tell what I'm doing either because there's nothing there guiding me. I actually have to sit here for maybe 2 hours just to mess with the face, just to know what I'm doing to the face. In a way, like if I'm moving her jaw bones, they're way back to the ears, out, or am I doing something under? Like, what am I messing with? I have no idea. And there should be a lot of options to that. In a way. Also, another thing I kept messing in there is the eyebrows. Even though if you do messing with this, you see how the eyebrows and hair are not there? Eyebrow hair should stay on there because you're messing with the eyebrows in it. So you have more of an idea of the eyebrows are going way up, so it's more like a pointing style, or is it way down like a weird style? Like you should be able to see how the eyebrows are laid out. If not, then it should be like a line to the eyebrows, showing you more of a symbol. If you're messing the actual face of it, so you have an ideal how it looks. because like simple, like this, there's eyebrows. Okay, so here's all this. Like it's cool. You see how much her eyebrows are moving, but that doesn't help me any. You know, I could have it like okay, like this, but that means it could be like a certain way when you put eyebrows on her. You know, I could literally make it into a straight line, but it doesn't give me an ideal if it's gonna be straight line in general. So you're not actually getting an ideal what it looks like. Another thing is the body weight in this game. It needs to be more ugly for the females, however. Why is that? Because this is literally what we have, folks. I'm sorry to say it, but that's not true. I don't know what you're on, but that's not true at all. I think I'm not saying I can make it this way. Okay, I think it's just 16 in general. It's just for that. Oh, okay. So I'll do boys maybe. That's what it is. So yeah. That needs to actually be more of a fixing thing. You know, you have all these, but like we need more options. Now I do know if you do the males, like you put 1 on one side and 15 on the other side, you can actually have a ton of options to mix with. I can show you that if you want me to. Comment that. I saw some comment earlier. What are I looking at in a minute? But yeah, you get the point. What I'm saying. There needs more bangs, however. Moving on to the point. Now this is where I'm going to the point where it comes to girls. Here I go. Okay, first off, we need to go here. Okay, so maybe just say this real quick. So, you know how you want to make the I want to make the hottest girl in this game. Yeah, I want to do. You can't. Here's why. Eye makeup, eyelashes, lipstick. Here, let me give you more of a simple. What I'm talking about. This is what you have, literally. Oh, cool. Look, this is what I needed, or maybe I need this. You know, you have all these. Okay, let's say I want this. Cool. I want that. Maybe I want some lipstick. Okay, maybe I want her lipstick just like that. But I don't want it too much. I'm actually weird, guys. Just want to put it on now. Okay. So. Okay, so there you go. Maybe she needs more of a that. You know? But look, that's her. Oh yeah, that's cool. She looks fine. You know? No, she doesn't. Because she doesn't have no blush on her cheeks. She doesn't have anything else on her face. She does have eyeliner and lipstick and eyelashes. Oh, she has. What about her eyebrows? Girls use a certain tool to make their eyebrows pop more. Yes, however, you can't just do that with the eyebrows we have in the game. You know, we do have all these, but those are just eyebrows. That doesn't help us with anything. You know? And another simple. I had to delete the hair for this one. Here's the symbol. See this? These eyebrows right here? These eyebrows are made for the male. Now, if I could show you my eyebrows. Okay, so if you're looking, see how it says like, you know, has the white in the middle where the nose meets. Go a little bit where that pointy spot of the eyeliner is. My eyebrows goes out just a little bit more longer than that. A little bit more longer. If I could show you what I'm meaning, something like that, pretty much. My eyebrows goes there, but they're not that thin either. They're more thick. So why can't I be able to have a better eyebrows? You know, I can't do that. And let's say let's say this is what I'm going to use. Maybe I want to angle my eyebrows just the way I want it, so they're not so curvy. So if I have to make more sense of that, here you go. How should they're just too straight and are going down a little bit? Maybe I don't want that. Maybe I want the tips where the nose meets down a little bit, and her eyebrows go upside on the far end up a little bit, like how it is right here. The tips like that. So you want something like, and again, if I'm using this, you know, maybe I want the eyebrows to be a little more thick, so I thicken them out a little bit, and I do that. There we go. I have thicker eyebrows. Okay, now I'm good. I scale them just the way I want it, how they look like in me in my life. So there you go. I have that. So that should be an actual thing in the game. There should be more makeup in the game. Unfortunately, this is not acceptable for girls. If you're a female trying to make an actual pretty girl in the game, you can't use this. This is not enough. You need blush. You need all this other stuff that girls uses in real life. Literally, go to a model, ask her what she uses in her face. Ask a WWE female superstar what she does. I'm pretty sure Nikki Bella uses something on her cheeks. I bet you Naomi, I bet you some girl does more than just this on her face. I bet you she does. You know what? I even have something in this game. I'm going to go through it all the way down to get to this. I tried using this, and it does not help me at all. Here's an example. This is one example I'm going to tell you right now because I can't use none of this. I can't because I thought this was a face photo. Fortunately, it wasn't. I can't figure out where it says that. However, for the community center, I'm gonna change one thing. If you put face photos, besides type in face photos for the logos to that. No, it should be like superstars, create arenas, superstars, arenas, titles, logos. Next category, it's called face logos. So all it is face logos. That is so. You get the point? Yes, you do. That should be the point. There you go. So now I can go to these and have it in the right spot where it says face photos at, not in custom images, unfortunately. Now here's what I was going to talk about. I don't think you can see it. So here, I forgot how it does that. Okay, here you go. Okay, so see this is some kind of blush. If you can see. Oh look, it looks just fine. You can look at, oh, she's got a bruise. You know, you can say something. But guess what? This is for her face. Look at that. Oh wow, it looks perfect. Change her skin tone a little bit and you got something better. Wow. Hey, guess what? That's something you can actually use. You know what I mean? Like I was saying earlier. And look, it makes a perfect lipstick too. If you just get it down on my spot, like look at that. Look at that. It's perfect. See, you can actually just use this for like a blushing effect. See, let's say I want it this big. I have tried using this, by the way. Okay, here it is. Okay, so you see the lip changing effect? Here you go. That's what they're. Oh look. You can see she has no redness in her face, but just turns the stern. It's like she's got the little blush feature. Oh, she wants her her blushiness. Hello. Hell, there's point where girls put liner on the cheek line here. So I'm talking about that actually. So right here, if you see it, you know, right there. Girls use this certain part of makeup right here on the side. That makes them have more like I got like a nice jawline, even though they don't have a jawline, or trying to pop their cheeks a little bit or whatever. They do that to give them more of a face feature. How do I know that? Even when I'm a straight guy, because I watch a lot of TikTok. I watch a lot of videos. I seen girls literally change their whole freaking face because of this shit. See, even with their abs, like okay, this girl has no abs. Here, I'm gonna put some makeup right here. I have fucking abs all of a sudden. Oh, my boobs doesn't look like popping out enough, so I'm gonna put a little makeup on my boobs, give them more of a line. Now it's popping out. They literally know how to make themselves look hot as hell. They do. And it's sad to say because it's true. So yeah, we definitely need more spots. Now, how would it work? Well, if we put blush in this category, it just goes where the blush should be pouring it at. If you're going cheeks, that's where blush is at. Different sizes and stuff, you can change the scale a little bit. If you know, if it's like say this is a big blush, so I like it, but I need the scale just a little bit more. There you go. No, just you could literally do that. A full makeup to the face, so like it's from her forehead to her jawline to her cheeks, a full makeup face like girls usually do. Boom, you can have that. Her face is more pretty. So I think I know if I'm correct, her face is all natural. There's no natural. Her face is natural. There's no makeup on her whole face. Another thing you should do is SmackDown has talked about this. This is actually a cool feature, I would admit. We should be able to add something to the hair. So okay, this hair has this, but maybe I want to add in here, give me a symbol. Like, can I see how like this looks? Maybe I want to do something like that somehow. Maybe I add like a piece thing and pop it like that. Maybe I want to add a cylinder feature, you know. You can do something like add something to add in. Okay, for example, this is cool, I like it, but maybe it look cool if it was more of like a ponytail. Maybe I want to move that pink side to the opposite side, you know. Something like that. You know. Another thing I should be able to click on is, if you click on the hair, besides before you do get to this section, it should give you an option. Do you want this have highlights? Yes. Gives you hair selection for this hair. When clicking on it, it should be like, hey, I want my highlights maybe down to the tips, maybe somewhere like a claws. It gives me an option, like it gives me more of that same hair, but like where the highlights could be pointed at. Like, okay, I like that. Maybe I want the tips a little bit more bigger so I can scale them up a little bit so it has more tip color. Now I can customize my hair color with like here. So here it could be blue and the bottom can be red. Okay, cool. Maybe besides that, I'll have to just keep that here real quick. I'm just gonna point where I'm just gonna use this tool right here. Actually, let's get this up so I can get this one. So, you know, I said the tip. Maybe another option was I can have my hairline going down this direction. So a little bit more actually. So yeah, maybe this whole spot right here going down all the way. I'm just going down here, you know. Okay, cool. So right down here, it's all going to be relatable to the blue and red, you know. Cool. Another option, maybe like, so you know how like, oh, what if you just want blue up here but not here? That's kind of strange. Maybe for the beginning that should just be an option, you know. So okay, so I have it blue, but I didn't want blue right there. I should have maybe wanted it. Actually, I don't know why I have to even get. Here we go. Maybe I just wanted black. No, black. And then, unfortunately, it's not gonna look black because there's blue on it. Don't get why the color doesn't really work here. But yeah, maybe that's another option. Blue top only, and black or whatever color you wanted could have been right here. That could make sense, you know. Unfortunately, that's a lot of fun when it comes to that because it doesn't make sense. There's a point in time where, you know, that happens to a lot of people. You know, like you see people in real life. You know, they might have a fade haircut where okay, it's red only on top, but it's black around the edges. You know, or maybe it's blonde or you know, some random color. And that's another thing I want to talk about is that what's up with these haircuts? You know, some of these don't make sense. You know, you see a ton of haircuts in real life that they don't add into the game. Why can we not add these to the games? Okay, so this is close to a fade haircut. If you don't know what a fade haircut is, it's pretty much the middle is the longest hair, and the other side is more like an armor haircut, where it's more like cut off like that, but not too much where it's not shitty looking. You know, a haircut can also look like this, but the top piece will look a little bit more long. Mostly like that, a little bit longer. I can't describe it really at that point. You know, that's serious a fade haircut, but can you actually look like shit. Who made this one? This is also a fade haircut. Here's another option. What if, let's say you like this haircut in the game, but you want to change the sides of it. Maybe it's too much, too low. Maybe you want to pop a little bit. So you want up a little bit, you know. Okay, so you want up. How much? Maybe like that. Like how that looks on the top. To that on the sides. Maybe that's how much you want on the side. So now you have that much hair, so there's not too much gone. So that gives you a more ideal perspective. You know, like that. Maybe you want to change those things that are her ponytails to something else. Give you an option, you know. God's sake, like, what's the problem here? You know, maybe you like this haircut, but you don't want that freaking ponytail right there. Just remove the piece off. You get the point I'm going with? Like, that's always should be an option. No? Always to have an option how you want your hair in the game. Hair in games should give you more of an option. And if, let's say you do like it, but you just don't want something on there, you take the cutting tool. The cutting tool will give you an option to cut that piece off where you don't want it at. No? Maybe you just don't like it. Where is that? Okay, maybe let's say you like this, but you don't like the top part. Cut the top part off. There's no such thing as the top part now. The ponytail is just going to be removed, or you just want it less. Maybe you want it shorter. Maybe you want to move it up a little bit to the more to the forehead spot. You change it how you want it. Oh, this looks good, but the veins look like shit, so I'm going to cut the veins a little bit and give it more of a core look. I cut the veins. You get it? I know I'm messing on at this point, but yeah. So there, it just shows you like how often you can change. Now, unfortunately, I don't think I can show you every boy's haircut in this game because I'm on the girl. But yeah, you get the point, you know. Another thing is the face paint. You know, this is DLC face paint right here. All this DLC. Now, I will admit these are probably the only two cool face paints I have seen from the DLC, and I'm gonna say this too. But what the fuck is this? This is not cool. This is stupid. This is plain stupid. And like a lot of these are stupid. Like, look. Like, how many of them do we need? Like, oh yeah, here's a fun fact. Oh, here we go. We have the World Warrior in the game, guys. You get this, right? We have World Warrior in the game. But we can't mess around with his face paint that much. Here, we can't mess around. We can't just, okay, hey, Warrior, this is your face paint you have right here, but I can't make it look like this. Like, what the fuck? I can't. I can change it and make the colors look like that, but I can't do what I have to like there. Or maybe I want it like that. I can't change the World Warrior's freaking face paint to that. And stings, you know. I can't do the whole thing a lot for stings. Can't. Or here's another thing. Why not every wrestler should have an option to put face paint on them and remove it? No, there's a lot of wrestlers who prefer not have the face paint removed off of the game. Okay, that's fine. So make it where it is not removable for certain wrestlers. Sting, we have seen Sting without face paint. We know what he looks like. We're not stupid here, folks. And, you know, if you was the first time Sting became the black and white Sting, he did not have this actually. He has similar to like this, but at the top tip part. If I can find Sting's original face paint here, let me see, here's that. I don't know that's actually Sting, to be honest. Did we not have original Sting's face paint? Hold up here. Oh, here we go. I missed it. That's why. Okay, so Sting's original face paint for black and white was similar to this. Like I said, it was mostly like this, but more covered up on a tip, and it didn't fully look like that at the beginning, like this. Just go to an image and look at maybe the last video what Sting's face paint used to be like when it first was black and white. You actually get it at hand. He didn't have no white down the mouth, no black. That's what he first looked like, and I'm sorry to say, but it's true. Another thing, like I don't think we have the Wolfpack Sting in this game. So if that's the case, maybe we can make him by changing his hair length. So let's say we can change the hair length of a wrestler. Like, let's say we can't change his hair from a wrestler, we can change his length of hair. So Shawn Michaels has short hair or something. Okay, let's just take the scale and grow it out longer. Boom, now he has longer hair. Sting's haircut, as you know, that Sting, not that one, but the original one, is shorter, but this one is longer. So we'll add it in. We'll give him a face hair to have like goatee look, and there we go. Sting with goatee. Another thing I'm gonna miss in is I should have missing this at the beginning. Add acid. There it is. Okay, so if you add this and this, you get the idea why. Here, just add that in. But here, what's the problem after this? Here, I'll show you. You see the problem? Where's the eyes? Hey, where's the fucking eyes? I can't do nothing to the eyes. Oh, here you go, though. I can just do that. Or no, I can do something. I can't. Look, literally, in this whole freaking list, there is nothing that matches with the eyes. I'm sorry. This is as far I can go. You want to go something? You go from here. Literally. You change that. You get to this color. Actually, go for that one. And you go to that, and you back out. Then you go right to the eye spot, and then here you go. Hey, look, it has a fucking eyeball now. Look at that. Now it makes sense. Here's Barry Boo. Hey, look, it's a Joker. Ha ha ha. Okay, so why don't we have something just for the eyes right here? Now, yes, I do not prefer a full round circle like how it looks like here. Maybe give it a little bit more of a messy look or something. Like, here you go. Why not take the face paint of the Dark Knight Joker from the Dark movie? You know, why not? He's just, you know, that guy, or maybe the Joker movie itself. No, his face paint. Add it into the WWE game next time. You know, that could be something can be used. You know, you can add a Dark Knight face paint for the smile, so you can have this and something else. His eyes, you know, you can have that added in stuff because that makes really cool. If I'm correct, I think I have something in here that makes more sense. It might take me a while to look. Okay. So I made this. This is pretty much my face paint, but I think I have a better version somewhere else. If not, I'm sorry. I don't remember really. I don't even see it, damn it. Or maybe it's oh yeah, it's right here actually. So you say, look at that. That looks fine, right? Yeah, I can just pass it out a little bit. Wow, look at that. That looks amazing all of a sudden, right? Cool. So yeah, that should be something into the game. You know, hey, I got this, so if I don't like that smile down there, I can just use this. I know it's kind of shitty, but it works all of a sudden. Another thing I could say is, you know, is we need more fonts. I'm sorry to say it, but this is baby shit. Literally, I have gone to websites to create more stuff with letters and stuff, and I have to do that. Oh, and here's a problem with some of this. Oh, so yeah, I'll just take that off. You know, because it's groove, you know, here, I'm just gonna create something real quick. Maybe get this to your point of view. Okay, here's go to group. Okay, I want, you know, maybe make a picture, so we'll go to here. Okay, I want wolf, so there's the wolf. Next, I want to put some words. Oh, wait. There's no letters. I can't put a freaking letter there now. I was going to save some time and some space for creating my arena. Okay, let's say I was going to call it wall arena. Okay, I was going to call it, no, very yet. I was going to call it Fatal 6. Yeah, I'm going to call that. How that? Fatal 6 was going to be the name. Fatal 6 with the wolf logo right there. Okay, Fatal 6 is going to be right there, so I have to save some of my space. But this group thing, now I can just put it in all my spots, and besides just typing out Fatal/6, 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 no, there you go, I'm done. I don't need to do it anymore. No, you can't. Fortunately, if you want to do anything, you do this. You know, like, hey, you'll find something you like and you add it in. It's stupid. That should have never be something you have to worry about in the game. But unfortunately, you do. And here, since we're done with that part now, let's go to this. So, where is it? Here we go. So, body tattoos for arms, back, and torso. First off, let's go to torso. So we got. Okay, so we have that. Oh, that's cool. You know, you can't really see it. It's a fucking turtle. And then what? We got the World Warriors, and here we go. We got You know, Finn Balor's demon paint. You know, it's not tattoo, it's fucking face paint for his body. Like, I said face paint, didn't I? Okay, so, check it out. Oh, and here you go, here's the back. Sit it, shit. Okay, look at this is all dumb. This might actually get it work, but unfortunately that is way too much shading. I'm sorry to say that's way too much. I don't know why the hell you're looking at that. And look, here's the arms. And look, at part DLC, I see. I thought that was actually cool when I first saw it, because you know, it's like full sleeve. But hey, don't worry, because this does make sense. It looks like trash. It's just fucking mechanical shit. Oh, you know, that's fine. You know, like, so here's a city one. Like, let's seriously, guys, for God's sakes, what the fuck is that? Like, what is that? I know it's like some kind of tribe shit, but why is this so big? Okay, if you ever put this on your WrestleR, you're trash. That's guaranteeing you're trash. This might stare as a pass, but I don't think you could fix it, and I don't think you can do anything. Yeah, you can't. Go back to that. I would have done was just shaded it down a little bit so it's not too much. Actually, I probably could have done that. Actually, hold on, let me see something. Oh, here you go. I could. Never mind, I'm stupid. So, I actually don't know how much I would shade down. You know what? I can't really say how because it's hard to do right here, but you get the point. You know, just shade it down a little bit. Like, look at if you have a tattoo, look at your tattoo and look at it and see what it looks like to yourself, because you can see why. And look, an Randy Orton RKO tattoo that's not even real. It's just something that was in 2K20 and they added here ever since. It is stupid. So yeah, they delete that. So if you see, the problem here is these are bad tattoos. The legs is just as bad as that. I don't need to show you legs because it's similar. That's all it is. Similar to these. So what you need to do is for the next game is add more tattoos. I don't care if you are the person. Go to a tattoo place. Go look at the images they have. Look at people's tattoos from online. You know, look at your people who work with you. You know, look at their tattoos. See what they have on them. And at this point, hey, here we go. Maybe we want a tattoo of a heart. Maybe we want a full sleeve tattoo of a skulls. Maybe like a lion or something. Do that. You know, put tattoos like full sleeve tattoos, like Randy Orton has a full freaking sleeve tattoo, chest tattoos, and all that. Like, give you options, you know. Or maybe they should like make it like a thing where you take a couple of images you like, put them together, and then it will turn into a sleeve tattoo for you. Boom. And it does that, and you see how it looks on your guy's arm. He moves his arm all the way. You can move it. Okay, I'll see it from this side, and I'll tell him to move his arm upwards. You can see the bottom half, so like, you know, like right down here you can't see. Yeah, you can see it all. But hey, you know, actually show to the arm. It's easier to see. This one. But hey, you know, they do have other tattoos. You know where those are? Yeah. These are the tattoos you don't get to see. Fortunately, you have no clue where they need to be placed. Yeah, did you know that? These are our tattoos. Hey look, I know this could be placed. Simple. Right there! How dumb is that? This could just be a full part of your arm, I don't care. But yeah, you see the point of them, right? This is the rest of the tattoos. Here, there's no words, and I think if you do click on this, you still have an option to put words on there or not. But yeah, if you want more tattoos, you go here. That's literally where they're at, and I'm sorry to say, because that is true, unfortunately. No. What happened to the WRESTLER tattoos we could have used back then? No, 15 and 16, we was given to use the Randy Orton's tattoos and stuff. Now we can't. Bring them back. For God's sakes, just bring it back. What the hell? Oh yeah, so he's a guy. He doesn't have hair. Even if you're a guy, you know, I would suggest you should add more hair features for the body at least. I actually need to delete something off of her real quick. Okay, This is probably the last part I'm gonna talk about for creating options. And this possible with this, however. Now, before I go over here, I need warning some of you all real quick. I can find it. Hold on, I passed it up. Is it not? Wait, what the hell is it? It's really on like guy. I swear, I think it is. Okay, I'm going to zoom in this because I don't see it. Okay, so there was a mask that I could not use on my character, however. I'm guessing I can't see it because I'm on my female character, so that's dumb, to be honest. So the character's mask was similar to like this. It had like this fur right here, but it was mostly on like the top, like a mohawk, and it was more of a full mask. That mask does not work in the game, guys. I'm just gonna tell you that right now, it does not work. I don't care. Like there, just click on it as a default colors. Just click on it as the default colors. Go to a mask, and I'm pretty sure it should look back. If it doesn't, then change the colors up, then to look at it again. Maybe it's just my game doing it, but I have tried everything. I cannot get it to do what I want because I had colors I had for that wrestler for that mask and ways to look, but it does not change. Now back to the subject. I was going with. First off, what the hell's up with this? Why is it locked? I know why it's locked because you gotta pay my player, but really? Why? You know how long it's gonna take me to get some of these? Like this one. This here's simple. All I gotta do is proceed from rookie mode and I get this mask immediately. But these other masks, you know how I gotta get them? I have to be higher than rookie or somewhere in those areas. Now I'm pretty sure some of these some of these are ones you can't use because they was from the other mode, from my player mode, where you have to get so many stars, then you have to go through these freaking ladder mode on the tower. You have to go through this tower mode against other wrestlers until you get to the last one. Then you get that cool piece from it, you know? Like, oh, that's cool, but I don't get to use it. So, yeah. So I think this is kind of ridiculous because this is stupid because I don't get to use these. Just like last year, where like, oh, they have these cool other like outfits and masks they have in the game, but I can't use them off with my player mode. I can only use it on my player mode. And here they fixed that, but you have to unlock them. I think you should just make a DLC now. Where you can say like, I don't want to go through all this effort playing my player mode more than once and just unlock all these damn things like all the outfits, the masks, the other weapons, you know. So to do that, I should just just buy that DLC and get this. Or if you buy the game like early, you got the stuff and that. Like the one DLC that unlocks everything for you, so you don't have to go through the story mode or whatever. Maybe that's just unlock these, you know. Give me something to use. Now back to what I was talking. So you know how we got these masks right here? Okay, let's say this mask is cool and all, but you see how those eyes has those big giant openings? That's cool. That's what, you know what I'm saying? Let's say you like that, but you want them smaller. So you want where the tip is right here. Just want to make it to the eye level. But I mean eye level, I mean that. Well, not that actually. Hold on. Like that. I have eyes like those. You want the eyes somewhere like that spot. So we should be able to fully customize a mask to our mystique, to our where we like it. Not just by adding some color and doing stuff like that. And then here we go. Now this is able. Hey, look, you see a problem with this? Yeah. Here, look. Back in old games, that actually goes over your eyes and mouth. And then it needs to be a problem. but it looks like shit because it doesn't matter if I change the colors or anything. Okay, because here, let's say I what the fuck is this one at? Here, I'll just go through this one. There you go. Look. You see a difference as much? No, you don't. Cause look, I can't. Cause you see that black line there? You can't see it. Here, you know what? I'm just gonna add a certain color. It's not that yellow, and I'm gonna add this one yellow because I don't know where it's aiming. Okay, so let's go from here. And I'm pretty sure it's not there. Oh look, there was the yellow. But you see that problem, right? It's covering up that part. So, you know, oh, you know, that yellow looked really nice, but this is covering it up. So maybe I could have, maybe that should not be a problem. If there's certain spots that has color add, you should have to obviously say, do you want that spot to be covered up by this piece? Yes. Now I can't see the yellow. Do you want that piece to be covered up by this piece? No. Now this will be over the part where it's yellow, but I still have the option to change the color. So if I still wanted to, I can still change it to black, but where the eyepiece was earlier, it's still going to be yellow. So with black or no yellow, but it's going to be a full black. So I still have an option, as you can see. Now another thing needs to be added into the game is I still have really a lot more options to customize. So if I see that mouthpiece, how it's open up, maybe I don't want it like that. Maybe I want no mouthpiece at all, like how Sin Cara has his. There's no such thing as a mouthpiece, open mouthpiece, you know. So I don't want it open. Another one is, see how you have these strings and all. Maybe I don't want it to have strings. Do we have any Mysterio anywhere in here? How does his look? Oh, okay, he doesn't have that in general. Okay, cool. Maybe you just don't want it back there. You know? Okay, maybe you just don't want it back there. Maybe you just want it gone. Just give me this. You know, and you have like that, you know? I'm gonna try to find my Mysterio guys. Hold on here. Do I have a fucking way? Is that way? No, it's not. I definitely know this is way. Okay, you see how this is? Maybe I want it like that. You know? Here, I'm gonna help me out myself. What the hell? Man, I'm sorry, I'm not going through that. Okay, so you get the point right there, right? So now you have it where you have your mask when you want it. You don't have that piece back there. You have the eyes closed out a little bit more to, you know, like I said earlier, to like that. You have the mouth closed out like Sin Cara was. And the back piece doesn't have those strings like it shows right here. So now you're all golden. Cool. Well, what's missing though? Wow, it's just a plain mask with some colors and maybe some of those mask designs I just showed you earlier. I know. Hey, you see how Sin Cara's eyes does these cool things? Hey, what am I talking about? Oh, you know, how it shows he has these pointy ears on the top, like he's Batman almost. What the fuck is this? Like literally, here, you know what I'm saying? See those? You see that color? Blue? Right here on the very top? That, right there. He has a design where his eyes meet. He has a pointing spot down here, pointing spot down here. He has a 3D dimension up top of his mask. Hey, why not we add that as an option to our masks? So in other words is, maybe if you don't want to pick a mask from here, you go to the next slide called Customize Mask. You take a mask from scratch and you customize it. What does the mask look like? Scratch probably, I don't know, maybe it looks like this or something. Or maybe it's this in general. And then you just customize it to your liking. Maybe you want that piece of weird shit that's on the round on the top of your head with that line across. Maybe you want that. Maybe that satisfies you enough. Maybe you want something like this. Oh, that's cool, you know. Or maybe you want your mask to look like, holy shit, like that. Maybe you want some fur, you know. You want some fur in your mask, some fuzzy ears? Like, here you go. Like, literally, you can have your mask. Anyway, maybe you want your mask like this, but you want it to have a cool style, you know. So yeah, you should be able to fully customize your mask to your liking. So you can have it. So you can have like this simple. Oh, now this is my mask I made. I designed it the way it looks like this. I put some cool stuff, you know, or I give it this weird look like here. No, I did all that. No, I did that by creating my mask. No, that's what I did. Here, you want to see something I can make in 2 seconds? Watch this. Hey, look. You ever see a mask like this before? Wow, that's a cool mask. How did it work? I don't know. Do you see a difference? No. Hey, you know you could just send. See those straps that goes right here? Remove those 2 straps, connect it to that piece, to the other mask I just added in, and Plingo, you have a new mask. Actually, I have made a whisper that same mask I just made. And look, if you didn't like that, look at this. Look what I'm doing. I made him a mask twice already. Oh, and that's not a good mask? I know. Just make him this. I know that's popping out, but still, you got him another mask. I just made him more than one already. Here, maybe I can change it. Here, see, I can just force. I never tried this actually. Okay. So look, I got a cane mask. Look at that. That's cool. I mean, I would actually make that actually to a guy. Not thinking about it, but I have to really work with it. You know. Oh, here you go. I know, like I said here again. Oh yeah, that's another thing. I think some things needs to be fixed a little bit like this. You see, that's caved in inside his mask. I mean, it looked way better if it just popped out a little bit more and stuff. So if I had to make more sense like that. See how that's popped out and stuff? You want something like that. So you want this popping out, so it's attached to his mask, but it's not like caved in, like it's like going out, like it's, you know, like your arm sticking into the wall. You know, it shouldn't do that in the game. Yeah. I mean, you get the point, right? Cause look at all this. Like I can do everything. Oh yeah, that's pretty much what I was gonna say. More like that. That's pretty much what I'm saying. Like that. Like what the hell? Like you have so much potential comes to these damn things. And piercings? Oh my god, look at this. See this? How this looks? Here, let me actually give you a better symbol I'm talking about. Like that. Say this. Okay. So in piercing relatable, you can have this or you can have something like that. Those round, you know, hooks. I have a lip piercing actually. So my lip piercing, if I can find my freaking lips here. Here we go, found it. I have that. So that's my lip piercing, okay? But here's the problem. Let's say you have this. Done. You see a problem? Do you? Oh, I see a problem. I can't add that second half. So yeah, if I want to add the second half, I have to do all this. I think that's not cool. But sometimes, no, they don't make you do a whole thing. You know, there's people out here who has piercing on their cheeks and a shit ton on their ear. I mean, have you seen people's ears? They have like this on their ears, and sometimes they have another piercing inside their ears too. Yeah, I've seen that. Now I don't know where this one would fall in. Okay, no, I'm just going to use this as a sample. Okay, so if you have played old Western games and now you're playing the newer ones, you have seen that this is the cape, right? Cool. That's cool and all, but let's say you're trying to make Superman for some guy's sakes, or Batman. Here's a problem. You can't use this. I mean, I've never done a Batman before off the community center, so I don't know if someone has meant this. But then again, I don't think it matters because you can't use the cape. So this is not going to be a problem to be using. You know? And it's like, well, hell, we're going for that. Let's go talk about other stuff. So, I think this is AJ Styles. Yeah, it's AJ. Okay, cool. You know how AJ Styles, like how he comes out in his entrance in this game, where he comes out, he's crouching down, and he goes through his hood and pulls it off. Unfortunately, even though if you might have his actual hoodie that he uses in the game as a creative wrestler, he still does that animation, but your hood just come off. Now, I think in general, if this is the hoodie you're using, or anything that has a hood piece on the top, should literally have the part where okay, said this and so on. This has a hood on the top. If you use extradition to move the hood from the top, it falls back. Now it's no longer on top of your head. You have it does that as an animation because you're using this and using his entrance, so it's going to have to do that for you. Now, what if we say, oh, well, I don't want my hood to come off from AJ Styles. Okay. So then every person in the damn wrestling business should have a second entrance off of their entrance. Well, that's simple. It means, because since AJ had to take his hood off, then he has that finger point shit, he's not going to do that now. He won't do his hood removal part in his entrance. He'll just do something where he stands up and points. That's all he'll do now. No more grabbing his hood in the middle of his entrance. That's removed from his entrance now. Or like one of the other wrestlers who touches their glasses. You say you don't want your glasses to be taken off, so now you can just make it where they don't do their glasses animation, so now that's removed as well. So pretty much every wrestler needs a second entrance for another animation. And I think really that would help in the game more, because I don't like that, you know. Like, okay, I'm using, you know, I'm probably not, you know, I'm using some girl's entrance that takes off the glasses. That's in her entrance. She takes them off when you're playing as her, but because you're playing as your character, it doesn't happen. You know, it could just be like these. No, actually, oh fucking, that's not one I'm looking at. Oh yeah, okay. Let's say it's like these, you know, like let's say it's like those glasses right there. The boss girl's glasses. Okay, so she takes them off. She takes them off, pulls them up, you know, she does something with them. And because you're wearing these, it doesn't do what she did in her entrance. It doesn't move them up, doesn't take them off. So you don't get that cool effect. Maybe you want them off, okay? Okay, I'm gonna make my girl named Red Crystal, and her entrance to have her glasses off. But there's no such thing gonna work. So you know you made her with the glasses on, you're still gonna see her with the glasses on. Let's say okay, let's say you don't want that though. My girl is Red Crystal, but she takes her glasses on for that to her entrance. Because Sasha Banks takes her glasses off. See, when we're doing that now, she just does something where she like adjusts her glasses maybe, and then she moves on with her entrance. You know, she needs to like, I think like I said, every wrestler needs to do something. Like John Cena moves folds his hat, now doesn't fold his hat. He just grabs his hat and taunts you with it, or he doesn't do nothing with his hat. He does something else. He's just, you know, he does like a different information with his entrance. You know, that will give you a cool effect. I think that would actually work. And you know, when it comes to like these girls, you know, what's up with this? Like, what the hell's up to this? Like, I know this is like, wrestling for girls, but like, what? Like, what? Here, let me make it more simple. Like, what's all of this? How can I use some of these in girls? Oh, and here, make it more simple for that. Wow, that's all you get? Okay, it makes no sense. So, like, why not be able to customize on what the fuck that word is, you know? For example, I think if I make it simple here. Okay, for something like this. Now, how, like, this is pays. What if you don't want that? Let's say you want something else, you know? Like there. So you can change that or something, you know? You give it a change, no? It's saying so. Like, let's say you want this, but you don't like that, so you, change it to this, however. You know, something like that. Or maybe you want that added instead. Now, I think girls should, I think if you're creating your own primo wrestler, you should have more options to do with your stuff. And it seems like now, like, Bailey, her hair's been changed, her outfit's been changed, and since we're not getting a new game, you know, maybe we should get that as an update for her, or maybe we could just change her hair and change her outfit, and there we go. You know, that's the new Bailey. So besides making a new Bailey in the game, and like when it comes to like the elbow pads, you know how like, some of these got those on there, but then some of these don't. Let's say you want this, but you want those things on your those, so you should have an option. You know. Another one needs to be added in is the boots, like the boots and shoes. So one thing is I would suggest, you know, like okay, let's say no, this is a thing, right? This is one of those boots you can wear, that's shoes wise. But what if you want to create your own shoes in the game? That'd be cool, right? You know, you can make your own shoes. So next time, this shoes not in the game, you can just take those, you know, the sneakers, and you can just change them to that. There you go. You got your shoes still that you like in the game still. Create your own damn shoes. You know, let's say you want this, but you want like that. There you go. Or you want a more like damaged look. There you go. You got something out of that. Or maybe you want to create your own 3D effect. You know, you got that too. So you got like all of these at the end. You know, or what I'm trying to say is like that. You know, how like you got like these. Maybe you want to add like an animal or something on there. Or you know, you're gonna find his damn shoes. I think it's gonna work because I'm not a guy, but I'm just gonna see if I can find them. Okay, so I got mid guy again. Damn it, man. I can't show you. Okay, what I was trying to show you was the New Day shoes, where like has like those wings on the shoes. Well, what if you want something like that? You know, what if you want to add like some wings into it and all? You know, like add your own style into the shoes and your own 3D effect. That should be a thing. You know, you should add your own 3D effect to your own shoes. I really think it would make sense. Because I really do that would be cool, you know, you got your own 3D effect to your own shoes, and then you can add like that, and like and stuff. So another thing I would have to suggest, and when it comes to shoes, I don't know, I'm gonna be able to find it because just this isn't a girl right now. I should talk about that. Okay, so I'm not gonna find it, unfortunately. So I was saying I had these with sneakers. Now, there actually are normal sneakers, so it doesn't have that piece where your calves are. So it's just normal shoes like you will wear and stuff. Like you see, like a lot of emo kids or like the fun band had back then. So, you know, it's pretty much like those sizes, like it comes that far up. Yeah, that was what I'm trying to say. Like that size up. That's more simple. So I think they need to actually fix their shoe sizes, because you actually have to understand, you know, when you put your wrestler, female, one, you cannot actually get your foot size in this game. Yes, unfortunately that is true. Here are the problems with that. One, my foot size is a 10.5. Can I make a 10.5 wrestler with a foot size like that? No, I can't. Where the foot size in the wrestling game is his foot size. So I should be able to have a stronger shoes if I have bigger feet, and my feet are more thin. Then the shoes should be thin. They also should not raise up so damn high on the top part. I don't know. Sorry, what I'm talking about. See how that looks way too high up? So it needs to be down to just a tad dab, a little bit. Cause that looks like clown shoes right now. If you think about it. So yeah, they should fix that. Bill, you still have to change like your shoestrings the way you like them. In reality, you know, I think that would actually help it in a way. But yeah, you know, and you should like if the kit packs, and some of these don't make sense, like how they even freaking work. To be honest. Because, like, yeah, you can add this for any shoes, but the hell, they don't work half the damn time. And then you get your socks, you know, I don't understand why. And I think another thing is the layers. Parts and layers, I don't get why, because see how, if you don't get it. Okay, so for this, I mean, I have 12 and 4. So parts is on 12 right now, and my layers is on 4. I go here, my part is now on 20, and my layers on 5. And the maximum for parts is 128. Okay, so if I can, so that means is, if I hit this, my part is now on 14. But if I get this, it's on 20. If I get this, it's on 23. So when you're creating a wrestler in this game, you should have more parts. I think the maximum should at least be 500, because you can do a whole lot in this game. You know, there's going to be no maximum limit to create a wrestler you like. You know, there shouldn't be a max to it. You know, I think that should be a thing. You know, some of these outfits could be different. You know, like, hey, I like this, but maybe I want my sleeves to be up more, or I want that to be up more, you know. I like this, but I don't want the sleeves, so, you know, I take those out. I like this, but I want it more, okay, so on the sides, if you get this understandable. You see how the sides right there, just like, it just has my sleeve hole? What if I want the sides down a little bit lower? I don't know if we even have that in here, to make that more sense. That's actually going to kill me because I don't know, to be honest. This is on a female, so I don't think they're going to sew that in here. You know, it's not there trying to surprise me, I guess. Oh, here we go. Okay. That's what I'm saying right there on the sides. You should be able to do something like that. Or maybe, you see how like down the sides is, you cut up, but let's take it a little bit bigger, like that. And so, like saying, like you should get like a full customization, you know, into the game. That's like I think my worship game would be better if I made my game. If I could just get a group of team, get enough money to save up, call HW the wrestling video game, And you know, it's just gonna be mostly fake characters, but it's gonna be the best game. It's gonna be WWE related, Definitely Fight for New York related, TNA related, and you can have a full customization outside the ring, inside the ring, a stage ramp connected to the ring, 2 wings, bigger wrestling wings. You know, you could change the ropes, have 4 ropes. You know, all of it. Change like you can have like all that. It should be a full customization game to your liking. In my game, when I come out, until I get all the bugs fixed, until it's all perfectly finished. Yes, let's say I did get it done in like the year 2025, so it's fully done. I got every character in there. I got all the stuff out of the game. But now I gotta have my team make sure we play it a lot and keep trying out and make sure there's no more bug. If you see like a bug that decapitate your head off for some reason and during a match, we'll fix it. We'll fix it. We won't release the game until we fix every bug and this is fixed in the game. And then we add that. And then maybe like a year, if everyone loves the game, gets a great sell, we'll add a free update to the game where we add in a mod menu, so people can just add their own wrestling wings from the mod system. You know, we'll add that. We'll do that for you guys. We don't give a shit. We'll be that one company does not give a shit. And our games studio we call Mega Game Studios. What we call that, Mega Game Studios. We'll make the perfect wrestling game. And I would love, to be honest, I would love if I could like I have said this all the time, like how can you sell the game even more? Is you would have to do this a risky thing is add Chris Benoit to the game. Show him into the trailer, but don't show his face, his body, his logo at all. Just show his hair, a little bit of his, maybe like an arm somewhere in the video, but not like a full show like now, how they go like fully there. You don't want to show that. You want to hide him in the trailer. Then you want to take his logo, Chris Benoit's logo, and you want to draw a new logo so it's not recognizable to his old one. You want to totally change it. Out of the end, put it on now, and you'll get this specific character. We won't tell who it is. We'll hide the freaking name off the files. We'll do all that, and we'll make a pre-order it. Probably like at least like a $120 game for that guy because he'll be pre-ordered. And you don't just get him like his model when he died in. No. You get his debut attire. Pretty much, you get Christmas Bond, his actual debut attire from his debut to his last attire he ever wear when he was wrestling. Yes, his first to his last attire. You grab all of them, so you can see his Christmas Bond from when he first started wrestling. As I don't know, like I really don't know when he started. So I'm picking the right age right now. He started when he was like 24. Okay, he started 24. He died probably out in his like mid-30s or something, you know, like something like that. But it's been wrestling ever since. So you got all his wrestling outfits, all of his attires, got all his different hairs and age looks, all his different muscle mass. And after that, you know, because we like him so much, we might make him a new attire called like whatever attire. Like, what if he never killed his family? What if he never killed himself? You know, what would he look like if he stayed alive and he was still into the wrestling business to this day? We'll draw him up or age him down a lot and say, okay, this is what he would look like if he was still in. We'll change his logo a little bit, you know, give him a new t-shirt, maybe a new entrance and stuff. Like, we'll do that. This is a new outfit for him and a new look, just like how they did the Jason video game, the Friday the 13th video game, Friday the 13th video game, like how they did his, and pretty much where they added in like a new Jason Voorhees. Like this has never been a Jason Voorhees you've ever seen before, because he's not. You've never seen this one. It's just something that people in the studio thought they'd be cool if we made Jason Voorhees look like he's from the Dutch from Hell. That's what they did, and it actually looked kind of cool, you know. And now, because you guys have been really hearing this thing up, I should see what you guys are saying. I never made this long of a video, to be honest. I actually start making really long videos for a reason. Come on, phone work for me. Here we go. So let's see what you guys are talking about. Give me a second. Maybe a minute. Here we go. Okay, here we go, right here. Okay, here we Okay. So I have Wiki Taylor says what's up. Anonymous Drip says hi, hello. Okay. Okay. Yeah. That was what I was saying. Okay. Yeah. I guess another thing I would just mention is like I wish they could just add more better bodies to the game. You know. I think. Oh, here's a good one. Okay. So I don't think we have them in the game anymore, but no, we do. I don't think here's. Oh, our camera's up to date. Let's see. Okay, here we go. So, you see how it's same as Mohawk's right there, right? Same as Mohawk, it's right there and everything. So, if you understand where I'm going with this at this point, same as Mohawk, never gets messed up in the game. Okay, so that's something that needs to be changed, actually. So, for the next time if you use this Okira model in the game, I think anyone who has a mohawk or any, it doesn't matter what hairstyle you have, the hair should get messed up. So if you see, like, if by the time when Samus has his mohawk, it'll be sticking up, but once he starts wrestling and fighting, it falls down. And then it looks like that, you know? So I think Samus' mohawk should like literally any hairstyle in the game should get messed up as you're fighting in the game. So like now, if you're playing Samus against him, and because you can beat as much, Samus Mohawk starts to fall down, and now it's all messed up. And I think once you win, it's still messed up, and it might flip its hair or whatever because of the animation. Because no, I'm not gonna say his name. Here, let's find someone. Name it. Weave. Okay, first someone. Here we go. 2 2 his hair looks like this 24/7 during the game. Okay, so if you're playing him, his hair starts to like be like, his hair is always put to the front and the back. So because you're wrestling him and beating him up, his hair from the back starts to pull up forward and starts getting into his face and it starts like hanging down low. That should be something to the game. How his hair out there should be, it should be messed up just a teeny bit. So depending on your hairstyle, should look like how it messes up. If you have like that on there, then it doesn't mess up as much. Even if you have a bandana, at some point in the game, your bandana should fall off. Oh, I guess I've got to mention one thing. I think the game should have blow system, a training blow system. So you know how like you see like Suez and Somagos when they was wrestling or any other wrestler that gets really into the wrestling match, they're both down the ref is counting or whatever. But then if you manage to crawl to your opponent and where your opponent is at, then they should do the animation when they're like grabbing onto each other, holding up, and they're on their knees. At this point, you're playing a mini game where you throw punch until someone wins and stuff. And I guess that would be that you just mash the button, and I think it should work properly so you're not getting screwed over. But yeah, so they should be like, okay, square, no, X is X, or something like that, you know. And then sometimes I might have to take it to my mind, and it might tell you to push 2 buttons, or whatever. So you do like a punching mini game, and then you keep doing it until you get to the very top. And, you know, something like that should be added to the game. So yeah, you know, and I'm almost done talking. I might do one more match before I get done. Oh man, I gotta read it, man. Okay, it's long, good. Okay. Okay, so when I was saying earlier about the face photos, so as I was saying, so heavy at superstars, block body, images, arenas, images, that and that and that. I was thinking it needs to be this: superstars, bodies, images, face logos, arenas, champions. You see that? So it'll be superstars, block bodies, images, face photos, arenas, championships, Money in the Bank, so moveset. That's for our next category. I think why? Because if you put images and hit face photo, you're not getting an actual face photo. It might go into the customizing images where you use it as a tattoo or something, not where you use it as a face. Some guys just don't know where the category that falls in, and I think that needs to be fixed. I think another one is you know how we got like superstars right here? What if you added in a video mode? A video mode so you can download someone else's video they have made for like maybe for example John Moxley. John Moxley is in the game. Someone made him, so okay. I like him, but I don't know what his video looks like. So if someone took the time out using his images or whatever, and they made a video of him. So now there's a video category right there. I click on it. I type in John Moxley. Once you do, you can either just download it now or preview it. Preview it just shows you the video, what it looks like. Then you can say if you want to download it next. Next one I would say is if let's say John Moxley and Cody Rhodes are tag team partners in this one, okay? So they're tag team partners. I don't know that, and I found out they are, but I don't know how they're set up as a tag team in the game. So okay, so now I go to tag team, tag or trio, so from that point on, I download that, and then I download who are tag team trios. Once I do that, it's already customized their entrance for me and stuff, and everything, and all that. Okay, so like let's say I downloaded a tag team called the Midnight Riders. Okay, it's a trio tag team. Midnight Riders is a trio tag team. Okay, download them, and I go to the guy who made them. Turns out he has a video. I download his video. I add it to the tag team. I'm done. Simply as that. So that's a cool thing, you know. What I was saying about the face, literally what I'm saying about face photos is like this. It says that properly. Sometimes I might say 1.2, but some of y'all don't really say that. What the hell is this? That's weird. Okay. Here, see what this one says. Here you go, face photos right there. Okay, so look. This might say face photo, but it might just be one of those. Like I said, I don't really trust some of these. And I think I can just put these out right now by looking at them. Because look, see this? See this as face photo? And then you see this? I thought that was actually a face photo because it said face photo on it. Here's what happened. I downloaded that. It was one of these. Something that you use like on a wing mat or as a tattoo. Yeah, it was one of those. And I didn't know that. He's supposed to be, it doesn't tell me. it was one of those. I didn't know. By the way, this is also something trying to tell you earlier about the Dark Knight's Dark Knight's mouth face paint, and his eyes face paint, and his face paint in general. That's what I'm trying to say earlier. Like, they need that in the game in general. Okay. And I can look at it. Look. Community Center has so many freaking images. The balls with a lot of stuff. Look at that. Like, look at that. That's just cool face paint. So why don't we have that as face paint? Or this is as a face paint. You know? Look at this. If I was gonna make my video game, I would actually go to the community center, look at every face paint I have seen from here, and probably on Google, and just take the ideal from it. Take masks, like, say this is a mask in my life. I'll take that and put it in my game. I'll take this, put it in my game. You know, I will do that. I don't see why 2K can't just do that. I know 2K not when they can mix the games, but they can just say, hey, we will like these in our game. Can you please do this? Hello, done, simple, like that. Here, you want to go through it anymore? So you know what? I think that I think I'm over for that. Here you go. And then here, like the tattoos. Look at this. That's a tattoo. You can't put that on your character by just going to the left arm, setting the image, I think it's images or whatever, and just have that way on your arm. No, you have to download it, go to your arm, go to your other images, and you have to put it on there. And then you have to scale it up a lot just to get it in the right spot. Once you have it in the right spot, boom, you have a tattoo on your arm now of that. But what if that was supposed to be a sleeve tattoo? I just saw y'all. Okay, so now it's a sleeve tattoo. It's a fucking sleeve tattoo. It goes around your whole arm. Like, look at all these. Look at all these tattoos that 2K could steal from this. There's so many. Like, look at this. That could be for the neck. That could be for the body. You could just place it anywhere you want. I don't see a problem with half of these. I don't. And 2K has the power to put these in the game. Take people's tattoos they have seen. You know, you don't need the whites half the time. You could just say you made them, no? Sketch these out on a freaking sketchbook and said, yeah, I made this. Yeah, lie. You could fucking lie. And say you made it off your sketchbook and you added it to the game. Just the way it looks. No one would know. No one fucking knew. It's that simple. You know, like most freaking tattoos are from a freaking book anyways. And some are just logos off of other people's shit. You know? So I don't see a problem with that. I don't. And that's why I think it needs to be a thing, you know? It needs to be truly a real thing in the game. Now, I'm gonna stop talking for a little bit. No, I can't play any music because Daddy, unfortunately. So I'm gonna do a fatal 4-way. Make sure I got one of it. Yeah, a fatal 4-way elimination. Now I'm not gonna do one because I need to get me a drink of water actually. So I'm just gonna let you guys watch this one. But I'm gonna put in my favorite wrestlers I've been wanting to put in for you guys to watch. Those are actually, if I can get down there faster, Kevin Mad Dog. And once you guys watch this, I might talk one more thing before I leave, because I have to get this one out of my system, or I could do the next video if someone who's watching right now they say, do the next video. And no worry guys, this will be edited. My brother's gonna edit this for me, so it's shorter in a way. If you're wondering, Tyler Scott's is Drew McIntyre's song. Tony, I think his song was The Walks. Kevin Mad Dogs is Stone Cold, unfortunately. And Seth Tucker is Matt Riddle's, I think, if I'm correct. Because it starts like, bro. Like that. It starts like fucking bro. If I'm correct, that's what it is. I don't know if I can download. I don't know if I can upload Seth Tucker. I know I uploaded Kevin Mad Dog, but I don't know if it can, because unfortunately, if I try to like upload another thing, it crashes my game. So that's possible. I could try on the character again. That's not really hard. Just so you know, Kevin Mad Dog is a ripoff from Stone Cold and Goldberg. Big Time Tony, you know, his name's just Tony. He's just a walk ripoff. Tyler Scott's just a buddy of mine. He does not look like that, but I gave him that nickname, so pretty much he's just a ripoff of Drew McIntyre and some other guy. Seth Tucker, watch him down in the comments and I'll tell you who you think he is. Because I have no idea yet. I just made him for no reason. Now I'll be right back.
The following contest is a fatal four-way match. Making his way to the ring from Hanover, West Virginia, weighing in at 235 pounds, Big Time Tony.
A big-time fatal four-way match coming up here, guys.
Which means, believe it or not, we're going to be sending away 3 of these superstars with a loss here tonight.
I'd say that he's among the most prideful superstars on the roster today.
Well, when you accomplish what he's been able to accomplish, Michael, you have every right to be proud of yourself.
And his opponents, first, from Fargo, North Dakota, weighing in at 234 pounds, Seth Tucker.
The atmosphere inside this arena for this one is absolutely insane, guys.
And if you think this is insane, just wait until this thing kicks into high gear. You ain't seen nothing yet.
Byron, would you agree that he's about as conceited as a guy as we've seen in a long time?
I would absolutely agree with you, Michael. But he's also one of the most talented. I think that gets lost sometimes in the enormity that is his ego.
And from Huntsville, Alabama, weighing in at 245 pounds, Kevin Mad Dog.
Guys, I hope you're ready, because it's now time for fatal four-way action.
And this one should be exciting, Michael, especially considering all the different styles we'll have at play here tonight.
From Berlin, Germany, weighing in at 228 pounds, Tyler Scott.
Guys, this match is sure to not disappoint, especially considering who's involved here tonight.
You're absolutely right, Michael. This match will be one we'll be talking about for a long time to come.
Corey, when it comes to in-your-face action, it doesn't get much better than these guys.
Yeah, these guys definitely like to fight, Cole, and I fully expect them to prove that here tonight.
This is it, folks. Fatal four-way action. Look at this. Quick pin attempt here. Very curious move to go for a pinfall at this point.
Not yet, too early.
He's in control. Hard impact on the back. In the face. Boom, what a forearm.
Hoisted up. Gonna take more than that. Yikes, that'll either wake you up or knock you out.
He goes for the quick pin attempt. Neck breaker. Plenty of fight left.
Yeah, this is way too early to be going for the...
There it is, it's locked in.
Smart maneuver.
Wow, he got out of it.
Yeah, I'm not so sure he had it fully locked in.
Oh, look at this aggression, just pure brutality.
Come on, easy.
What a stop to the back of the neck. A quick cover. Gets the shoulder up.
He's got some more fight in him, guys.
He's looking a little stunned right now.
Yeah, definitely off of his game.
Okay, guys, I'm back.
Non-stop blows.
He's bringing it back inside the ring now.
Oh, what the hell?
Looking to catch him off guard. They get dangerous out here, especially when there are no countouts.
Clearly not enough damage done.
In the face.
Oh, right in there.
Sharp knee. Great agility there.
So,
Wasn't
what I
expecting
was
that.
saying was, guys,
An impressive series of moves.
Looks like nobody's budging,
Okay,
Cole.
oh, I
Oh,
learned.
what a clothesline.
Forcefully delivered.
Fuck. That was cool, guys. That was pretty cool. Let's see what I was trying to do again. I got controls. I guess fine. There we go. I think I'm going to be Ken my dog, yeah. Of course, just beating up the guy or just gonna kick my ass. I have to get out of this.
Shoulders on the back. Gets out of the way.
Get out of here. Oh, okay, okay, I got a finger. Yeah, finger.
Real nicely done. I can't believe he's in this. Oh, wow.
Phone,
The
you
fatal
know.
four-way match works like this. 4 superstars are in the ring all at once. There are no countouts and no disqualifications. You have 4 superstars who are throwing down in the ring all at the same time, and they can fight anywhere they want to. It's mass hysteria.
Neckbreaker. This might be it.
So, what do y'all think about
And he
Versatile
kicks out
Basement making an wrestling game?
again. Oh, he did it.
I heard it's supposed to be way good.
Dropped him with a big shoulder tap.
Well, what that means, really good. I mean, the game is supposed to be, pretty much how my game's gonna be when I was first talking about my game for Versatile Basement. But now, so how they're gonna do their game is they're just gonna make one wrestling game that I am pretty sure they're only going to do, and they're gonna constantly update the game. Update the game like they do with like. So pretty much, if you want to make this easier to understand, it's a Fortnite game. Pretty much, just, the Versatile Basement wrestling game is going to be a Fortnite-related version. Now, not guaranteeing it's going to be all Fortnite-relatable. I don't know about like that, but they're saying is that their game is always going to be updated. So like maybe like season 2, it's going to have like a different menu screen. Maybe some of the wrestlers will be updated on their looks, you know, new windows you can play with, like all that, you know, like that. Now, in my defense, if they're saying like, okay, here, let me give you an example. Okay, let's say Booker T is gonna be in that game. He wears tights. Okay, for season 2, because he changed his outfit, all of a sudden now he's wearing trunks. So you get to play Booker T. But you can't play his tight forms anymore. They took that skin away from him. Now you're playing his trunks. And one of the pay-per-views was let's say Bad Blood, and it had like red and orange like a Halloween theme. Now that's not there. Now it's just a red and purple theme. So you can't. So if that's what they're trying to say, like they're going to constantly update the pay-per-views and update the attires, yours and stuff. And keep the game fresh, then all they're doing is just they're taking some pay-per-views that was already in the game and adding more, like they do with Fortnite. Okay, 1 minute of the map might have just grass, and then one side of the map might be snowy. Maybe this one part of the map, but it might get destroyed, like they did with Tilted Towers. You know, they're constantly changing stuff, so you're not gonna keep everything there. Now, your wrestlers you might stay the same. Maybe they'll add more masses and more stuff to the game, but reality, I don't know. For me, when I was making my game, let's say I end up making a new RCW wrestling ring. So this is the wrestling you have right now in my game, but now I'm going to add a second one where the ramp connects to the ring. So now you get the original and the new one. Okay, what about Warzone? Okay, Warzone, you can play the first Warzone and the second Warzone. Now you have 1 and 2 of it. So that will be my game. I would make it where I have all the pay-per-views that has been into the game. So like if I'm on like season 5, you have the first season, second season, third and fourth season of the same pay-per-view in each season. But each one of them are all different. But you can play all 5 of them now. So you can play all 5 different RCW Warzone pay-per-view arenas. And they all look different and they all have different looks and stuff. You get to play 5 different skins of Kevin Mad Dog. There you go. Like that's pretty much what you'd be playing. To keep the game fresh. But you still could play all the cool ones you like. So if you end up liking the first Bloodline arena, don't worry. You still have 3 others to play with.
It's locked in. This is a great way to wear down your He goes for the
Oh my God.
He forces his way free.
Man, he just has so much resolve.
This could be the beginning of the end. Uh-oh. Oh, here it comes.
He blocked it in his. Oh yeah.
Face first.
That move was planning meets execution.
Yeah, you don't want to get dropped like that. That's for sure.
What happened?
Definitely has his work cut out for him.
Saw that one coming. Lariat.
Ha! Block it, bitch.
Saw what he had in mind there.
What?
Down on the knee. A knee drop.
I'm blocking!
Dragon Slayer. Oh, the body's not meant to be stretched that way. Battling to get the upper.
Okay, I think Tyler got this probably eliminated dude because that Dragon Slayer is really strong on the end. I can't move. Oh no! That fucker actually managed to escape it. Holy shit.
Crashing to the floor. Big reversal.
Also, if I was going to tell you guys, my wrestling game called RCW, the wrestling video game, you know, it wouldn't just be like fictional wrestlers and stuff, you know. Like I said earlier, I have when I lived out there's actually an indie wrestling show not so far from here I can watch. And plus, I know the guy because my dad used to wrestle with him. So I can like use his ring and make a lot of stuff happen. I got new moves that have never been made before and stuff. I'm going at myself, my brother, my cousins, and my friend and all. But we won't look like we won't really look like ourselves. In like maybe like the 10th season where like our actual camera model looks. My voice would probably be changed to it. But we do that, you know, and because my game's such a better game than anybody's, we will do something like, okay, so you get to play all the indie wrestlers from my hometown, and we might try to get contact from other indie wrestlers. If our game sells a lot, we might get other wrestlers from other businesses, you know, like pro wrestling or something, or wrestlers who can't get a wrestling gig from any wrestling shows. We can just add them into our game and get money from that. And plus, we'll have like transactions where you can buy money and use that money to buy some stuff. You know, we'll figure that out later, but you know, we'll do a whole bad. Plus, we'll also add in YouTubers. You know, hey, do you want to play Dean Gobbs, aka Chris Danger? Hey, what if I can get him to do a game with me, voice over his character, and boom, Chris Danger is now in a racing game. An actual racing game. And we're talking about like Danny Young, the announcer, like, oh my God, folks, it's Chris Danger fighting Tyler Scott in a one-on-one match for the RCW Championship. They'll say that, you know, it'd be cool. And then you'll hear like Dean Gobbs' actual voice, you know, Chris Danger's actual voice talking and stuff, you know, and everything will be in the game itself. And plus, you know how you guys been wanting a GN mode? My game would have that, but it'd be a little bit different how it would work. It don't mean no such thing as money related, but it would work definitely. You know how like WCW and WRESTLER had a Monday Night War? You can have a war against more than one person on the same day. You can have two shows on the same day. Like you can, let's say you want to make yours, I don't know. Okay, let's say you want to make WRESTLER and WCW on my game. You can have WRESTLER on Monday, WCW on a Monday, and you can run them both, but or not, and you can just control them. And GM mode, it's just it's different. So at RGM mode, there's actually 3 different modes in that game. How it would work is, if you don't want to be a GM or the person who wants a company, you're a superstar. You either just play any superstar, like just random superstars from the universe mode. I was going to assume that's what they're going to call it that. Or you pick a superstar you want to play as from that mode. Okay, that's pretty much what it is. It's like successive mode or whatever you want to call it. You just play that character and you just do whatever you do. There's not really any goals, I guess. You can set a goal on yourself, but that's what it literally is. That's pretty much what you're getting out of it. You're just trying to get like opportunities and stuff. Stuff would happen randomly. Get new enemies and stuff. You get to control your outcomes and stuff. You get to control what you actually get to say and everything. And there actually will be voices. There will never be a non-voice problem. Unless the one of us is considered as deaf or mute, then yeah, that'll be a one reason why we added it. GM, now the GM mode is you're the guy who is running the GM. You have control of which wrestlers. You get control if you want to fire this wrestler. You get control of this match needs to happen. Plus, you're still, you're the GM. You run the show. Your boss still has to tell you if you're doing bad or poorly. If you're doing too poorly, he tells you you're fired, and then you have to go to another show and stuff. Plus, if you lose the GM mode, if you're not longer the GM, you can't just try again with another GM as person, or you can just play as the boss or superstar as the next option. So you don't really never stop playing Universe mode. If it tells you you're fired, then that's what happens, and then whatever. The boss is really cool. So let's say you're making your own wrestling show in your game.
And here we go. On they go. Just like
In your own wrestling game, so because you're doing that, you control everything. You can control the universe, the days, and all that. You can control how it runs. So let's say how they have a main event sometimes. Like how WWE has sometimes had that show ever happens so often like that. So I have this idea where my SW wrestling show would only be so on Saturdays, but not every Saturday. Just maybe every 2 weeks, and so and stuff like that. So we're Mayhem, SmackDown, and RCW all comes together and they fight each other every 2 weeks on that day. They go to the main location where it's at. That's all it is. That's how it would happen. You get to set how you want your universe to be made if you're the boss. Okay. Who's your main attraction? Okay, my main attraction is Kevin Mad Dog. Who is the second main attraction? Because of Kevin Mad Dog. Okay, Tony is. Who you think has opportunities? Tyler Scott. He has opportunity. There you go. Boom. You got so going. Who's to be in the main cover of these 4 guys right here? You get the point. You're really controlling how the Raw, SmackDown, TN, NXT, and AEW, and how that is. You really get to control the ways how it's played. Another mode I'm adding in is called Session mode. Session mode is really more different than Universe mode. How it works is you create your wrestler and you immediately go to the RCW tryouts. You're way far in and you start playing as your character you made. You have a second option to go change the outfits a little quick if you don't like the way he looks still. You can pick his voice, his tone, everything, how you want him to sound, and all. You just do a couple of training and it'll be 2 or 3 years later you're not got done with your training. The boss sees you and all sees that you're doing good and everything like that. Then after that, you get to pick your moves and stuff. Now, if you already have done it, you can skip the tutorial and then just go to your moves list immediately. All the moves will be available. We're not gonna do that bullshit that he does, where you can't have certain moves on your character. You could pick moves immediately. There'll be a lot of moves you have to add in though, because the game will include so many wrestling move options that you would have to actually do this to play the game. So you have to add all the moves. Once you do all that, you're set and like that. But that's not all. You're not just doing a system mode. Okay, it's like my player. I just play it and they go for the story. No, you don't. Actually, this is how it really works. Okay, so okay, similar. You know how The Rock is? He's the big time, a fine dude, and he's this. He wants to show everybody how good he is. Plus, he wants to be famous and all like that, or how that CM Punk was. He wants to be a badass. Wants to be a worthless person. Plus, he wants all the attention. Or you're gonna be the people's person, the face of the company, just like John Cena. So pretty much before you go through this path, you gotta ask yourself, what is your true, like, what do you want this character to be in your season? Okay, so my guy is Chris. My guy is Mr. Blacksmith. Okay, can we call that? What's good? So my guy's Mr. Blacksmith. Okay, Mr. Blacksmith. What do you want to be in this company? Oh, I want to be the hardest core wrestler in the world. I want to get all the gold. Pretty much, I want all the damn championships. And I want to prove everybody that I'm worth. And then my main goal is I want to be a legend at the end of this. So okay, so you go play that. You gotta prove people why you want to prove yourself you're hardcore. Why you to prove yourself you should always get the main title, and you should prove that you should be considered as a legend and a Hall of Famer. They have to prove them that. And once you go through the last part, you know, that's it. Plus, you still get to pick your outcomes. Like, so each story is going to be different. Let's say you're going to be a show-off, going to be a celebrity guy, you want all the fame. That's your part, and then you got to go through all this. People are going to actually like, all you want is to be a freaking celebrity and have all the fame. So, you know, if one day it's going to hit you hard, you're going to be back down in your mom's basement. Something like that. Or the boss for the guy you want to be hardcore. If you don't keep, you know, you keep saying you're hardcore, but all I see is some normal freaking loser like all these other wrestlers. If you really complete yourself hardcore, then do it or get out of my business. Like say that because he's saying that, you know. And there's always these different stories you get to play in. Where you pick as your outcome is what you are. If you're an asshole to everybody, like I say, because like he's a strong person. He's pretty much like Stone Cold and Goldberg. He's that, and he's really aggressive. So he's got to prove himself why he's aggressive, and he's pretty much got to prove himself like Stone Cold did. You're pretty taking like some kind of like a story like that. So that's pretty much what the crazy superstar version of Seth is. You can be male, female, transgender, and your sexuality, who you are, it also depends on who you're in. But my dad also mentioned in my game we could be way yeah, way more mature. So yeah, there's gonna be a lot in it. But yeah, you know, that's pretty much what Seth is. You get to choose your stories, and there's a lot of choices in the game. Okay, 1 minute I got 3 choices. Boom. These are my choices I could pick. And like I said, each decision that you pick before you start the actual story in your session mode, it's always different. So if you did like, I want to be a celebrity person, that's your story. All your stories based off of how you want to be a celebrity. Your matches are different, the people you run into might be different, people you might piss off are different. Hardcore style is different. You're planning to prove yourself hardcore. Someone who's intimate as hardcore as you is trying to outdo you, and you gotta prove him that you're harder than him. Then basically you get to a match, and there might be a consequences what happen during your match. You might break a leg. You know, it's just how your story evolves in the game. Now the next one is play the characters' stories. So like now, if you play Tyler Scott and Chris Danger are combined into one. I have already put this in as my perspective.
I don't know, that could be it. And it looks like this one's going out to the floor.
I don't know why I attacked him. So, Tyler Scott and Chris Danger's story is...
Now inside the ring. And into the count. There's 2. There's the...
Oh, I lost on that one. Okay, so Seth kicked my ass, unfortunately.
Has been eliminated.
So what I was saying was, so Tyler Scott and Chris Danger, how that works is Tyler Scott's been in the business for like 2 to 3 years. Chris Danger just comes in to the company as a rookie, like an actual rookie, and Tyler Scott's not really a rookie. So he's RCW champion, and tonight it was just supposed to be a normal match with Chris Danger and Tyler Scott just have a one-on-one match. That was all it was. Tyler Scott gets really cocky during his match, and it says, "How about this? How about we make this a title match?" Well, it happens. Chris Danger whips his ass, and he loses the title. Now, if you're playing Tyler Scott, you just get you don't really get to play the match. You just see Chris Danger just whip Tyler Scott's ass, and pins him, and that's it. because Danger, you actually take part in the match, and then one backstage, the boss, aka me, the devil, will be seen there because I won RCW. The brother won the other two, and I'm part of the other two. I say, there you go, Chris Danger. You won your RCW championship now. I mean, that wasn't really the plan because it was just too hard of a match, but okay. That's all it was.
Looks like he's got it applied perfectly.
So.
This might be it. Big elimination right there has been eliminated. Narrowly avoiding trouble. Yeah, that could have been bad.
So yeah, that's what you are now, you know. You're the champion, and that's Chris Danger and Ty Scott.
Great evasion.
So at this point, you know, Chris Danger's story is based off his info in the game. So when you go to Ace Wrestler, when you play, let's say you're just doing a normal match, like I'm doing now, a normal match, you have an option to click on their info, and it talks about how they got into the business and what happened during the business. It talks about at a certain point, like not every part of it, like what it says, okay, Chris Danger started like the age around, fuck, I don't know, like 26, and he retired around 56. No, he doesn't say that. He just says, okay, what was his big goals and how did he manage to get to a certain part of the roster. I'll say that, okay, he started as a YouTuber, he went to RCW to get trained, he got his first match against Tyler Scott, he also won the title in his first match, and someone found that and he managed to prove Tyler Scott that he is worthier, he's proved Tyler Scott that he's better than him, and whatever. Okay, so at this point, Tyler Scott goes to move up to like SmackDown or Mayhem, and then you still in RCW. He says Tyler Scott doesn't give a shit about you anymore. He can get something better, that has a better title. But then so you get moved up like really more faster than Tyler Scott. And then Tyler Scott sees that you get moved up, then you're still enemies to each other. So he fights you. Eventually, out of like a couple years in the business, you prove Tyler Scott that you're better than him. That's it. Tyler Scott, however, you have to prove that the company that you're better. So Tyler Scott's story keeps continuing on after Chris Danger like kicked your ass, and then that's how it goes, you know, more. So you get to watch your story and go forward with Tyler Scott. Yeah. Then after that, you pretty much completed both stories and stuff. Plus, you get like a cool thing out of it. Then there's like other stories, like okay. For example, in my 2K20 game, I have Mr. Perfect and Mr. Amazing. Now, I know what you're saying. Mr. Perfect is a wrestler. What you're talking about. My Mr. Perfect is a black dude. He's not the white. He's not the guy you're thinking of, unfortunately. No. He was born always perfect. Perfect hair, perfect looks, perfect grade A's, perfect health, perfect everything. He always did everything perfect in his whole life. And he wanted to be a wrestler, so he got trained. He did really good at his training. He never messed up. He was perfect. You get the point now, Mr. Perfect? And yeah, unfortunately, you can't always win your matches because that's not how it works, you know. But that's what he goes with, you know. Everyone's saying maybe you should change your name because, you know, Perfect's not a really good name for you. John Lord has it. He says no. And then somewhere in his life, and every time he plays all these indie arenas, you know, he meets this guy called Mr. Amazing. Mr. Amazing and Mr. Perfect has a match and then talks about, hey, you're really good. You're really good. By the way, Mr. Amazing seems a white guy, so black and white are tag team partners. So Mr. Perfect and Mr. Amazing, since Mr. Perfect's a black dude and Mr. Amazing's a white dude, they're partners. He talks about, hey, you're really, really good out there. You're really amazing with your skills and stuff. I say, yeah. And then it talks about him. Yeah, you're really perfect with all your attacks, you know. To get the partners making fun of their names. So they become tag team partners called the Awesome Ones because they're so perfect and amazing. They're called Awesome Ones. So they won the world together in other arenas. Then you hear about this company called RCW. They're looking for people to be in the match. So if you play them, you literally get to see how RCW started their business. You play in the first RCW arena, then eventually, because you can play as both of them as a partner section, you can play as Perfect or Amazing in the story because they're conjoined as one, like Mr. Batista was. So you can play as one in this part, and you pretty much get to play them, you know, and then you go up farther into the story, every time, and you see how ACW eventually had a new show called Mayhem and Slackdown. Then they said, hey everybody, we're gonna ACW is no longer gonna be our actual show anymore. It's like, and for you, like, why? So, well, we actually have enough money now. Now we're having two shows. So you guys are gonna be divided into two different shows. One side's gonna be in Slackdown. One side's gonna be in Mayhem. We're gonna look at you and see what you guys think goes to the most show. And there you go. Fortunately, also one goes to Slackdown. That's where they belong to, or whatever. And that's what it. And then they hear that there's a nurse show guy made called RCW, and you might see him one day in guys' show. You might have seen him one day too. And that's where some of these wrestlers meet these other wrestlers. So pretty much you keep playing them until the point where they have hit their top spot and they no longer wrestle. Probably like that. I don't know. I haven't really figured out how to start them in, but yeah, you just keep playing them, and you see how, you know, how like HW became a thing, how Slackdown Mayhem and RCW became, how these pay-per-views became a thing more and more and more. And it's so cool.
Hang on just a sec, and finds a counter. Lightning fast reflexes. Oh, I knew that was coming.
Oh, here we go.
Saw that one coming. A striking blow. Oh, saw it coming.
I can't use it.
Yet another counter. It's like they're grabbing something on their toe.
Oh, I never used it at the time.
And the effects of assault's like, we got it covered. A competitor has been eliminated in the fatal four-way.
I'm sorry guys if I bored you on that. I might edit it out.
These guys were awesome. Let's take another look.
But yeah, you know, that's pretty much how my my game will work. You know, each character that I made from WWE would go into the game and stuff like that. I mean, some of them who are away RCW wrestlers will stay as RCW wrestlers. What I think I want them to stay as.
The arena is still buzzing.
That makes sense.
Great match.
But yeah. That's what I would do, you know. I know if I do make my own match game, I would have to get a lot of people who knows how who knows a lot about wrestling, knows how what wrestling just look like. You know, I have to do a whole lot when it comes to my game because you just can't make something that's so simple. You know. Let me go back. I was like, look. See, this title right here with the hardcore, that's actually my title at home. We just took a toy bell and gave it that look. So we would have to make our actual unique title, you know. I have done a lot for myself. You know. And I had to do a whole lot, you know. So like for example, like this is right here, RCW. I just found an RCW title picture from Google and I added it in, and that's what I did. I can't use that, if you can tell. Hey, I just did a lot of just pasting my logo on something. So if I was gonna create my own logo, guys, my own titles, I would have to get a team who can create titles, pick images and stuff, and add them to the game. And everything. It would just have to work like that, you know. It's like, look, ACW, hardcore. Like, look at all these guys. These were actually real titles. Like there's a fake title, not real. And the company and the game people made that. That's what we would have to do. We had to make fake titles just like that. So because of that, you know, that's what we would be doing for herself. You know, and that's how I would do it. I mean, it's not gonna be so bad. I mean, I got a lot of like great souls. You know, ideal and how they would work. Like I said, my creators I have made, there are a lot of them, and it just goes on for hours. Like, I have to go from 15, 16, 17, 18, and 19, 20, and go through each one I have made. Like, I made him, my brother made that one, I made him, Bad Boy Bobby Buck, that's probably the coolest wrestler I have ever made, because the name. Mr. Black, he's supposed to be a pirate, if you didn't get that. The Beast, Wang, Brock Briggs, then there's Chris Dangerous Girl, and all, I'm not adding him because he's not a fake character. Jay Stone, I'll be adding him. He's Chris Dangerous himself, so I'll be adding him if I get his permission. I'm myself, you know, probably not like that, but like, probably a better looking, if someone can like draw my character what I look like and give me like a really cool outfit, you know, that's what I'm gonna be. Like pretty much like anyone who's is in these games are gonna look totally different. Like Chase Stone, he looks like this, but he probably won't look like this in my wrestling game. He probably look like totally. They probably have the same like the colors and stuff, but like his body, his face, features, and all will be changed. And his outfit will be a little bit different. Like mine. Mine's just a beanie, a long sleeve shirt, with pants. And then just the punch logo. Maybe that won't be my actual look in the game. You know? So yeah, like I have like 2 outfits on this guy. You know? So like, yeah, I made him, made her, then make him, made him. But I would love to make him though, if I could give permission. I would then make him. That's what this photo looks like. Did not make her. She's pretty much just not real right now, because she's just like a place model in this game. Made him. I made her. Made him. Did not make him. Made him. Him. My brother and me both made him. Made this guy. You know, he won't look like that. Made him. Her. Him. Nope. Yes. Him. No. Me. Yes. Again. And him. And you can't really see him, but that's not what he really looks like. He's actually from one of my other games. But yeah, under this, he's got tattoos, he's got a face and stuff. Yeah, you just can't see what it looks like because I'm covering up to my brother there, so my brother can't see what he looks like just yet. Mostly, when he does get done, his name will be number 1. He'll be like different. But yeah, I also made him. And like I said, you know, I have a lot. You know, just like I was saying earlier in the beginning of this video, I have literally, look, ACW, Mayhem, War, Bloodline, RCW, Slapdown, Tone Impact, Crash Course, Never Back Down. And by the way, the wrestling show I keep talking about that I have here in my hometown is that wrestling right there, Supreme Wrestling. And I also have Crossfire and United Kingdom ACW. You know, I have an ACW pay-per-view called Red Knight, and I have the fucking version of this one. It's kind of funny. You know, like I say, like that's pretty much what I would do. Unfortunately, there is a lot more pay-per-views. I just haven't made them, and plus I forgot to add some of the logos to this game. But I have made them in the other games. However, I think most of them are from 18. I've made. I mean, you just really see my most games back then from 16. That was pretty much trash. I mean, Total Impact's okay. Never Back Down's okay. seen that one and stuff. I mean, I don't want to keep adding this on this video, but I'll show you what some of these look like. I think after this, I'm going to end the video, guys. I know I've been talking your heads off. I know I've been showing this video for very long. I might just edit this up in different ways. Now, I might reduce some voiceover range for some of this. Or